DJ takes a hard screen, and we have a blocking foul on Brooks. So I see that the Houston Rockets are drawing fouls early. I noticed that. All right, that was a nice hard screen by Tucker. It looked like he kind of sold it a bit right there.
What's up there? Gideon G Money in the building. I see you out there, brother.
Shout out to G Money. I'm gonna actually go with the Memphis Grizzlies on this one. I believe Russell Westbrook is not playing tonight. The Grizzlies are on a roll, and they're gonna rely on James Harden. All right, so James Harden's got the basketball. He's got, and he knocks down another three. Harden's on fire already. He's already got 9 points. 9 of the Houston 17 points.
That might be a bonus, Russell Westbrook.
Right, and so we have a timeout. Oh, that's Milton who's in the game. Okay. All right, so we're at a timeout.
17-8. They going to commercial on your stream?
Yeah, they just went to commercial.
All right, good. We're at the same spot then.
All right, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, man, welcome to the LBFWN. It is your boy Louis, man, back with my main man, D, the Godfather Jefferson, with your boy Capa Don, Louigi. We are doing. This is our first Memphis Grizzlies game of the season. But it comes with good timing because not only are the Rockets have played well pretty much most of the season, but here in the grindhouse at the FedEx Forum, the Memphis Grizzlies right now are fighting for that 8th and final playoff spot, and they're currently 8th in the West. So I've been very impressed with Memphis, and it just goes to show you, D, that once these young teams start to get together, the West is going to be that much harder. With an improved East, we have a little bit of a much improved NBA overall. So a lot more competitive teams this season.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, bro, after this All-Star break, like just the same thing I've been saying, it all season, 45, 50 games in, we're going to see some, it's going to be a shakeup, bro. It's going to be a dead shakeup because, like I said, man, from the 8th spot all the way down to the 14th spot, that's next to dead last. It's a 3-game swing. 15 crazy, right? Wins, 18 wins. Yeah, a 3-game swing, bro. And that's just madness because it's 40 games left. So a 3-game differential, anybody can get in.
And anybody could be out, and from the least that you probably wouldn't expect, could probably be out. So
right, even from 4th to 6th was a 9-game differential, which that's not safe. Not with 40 games left, a 9-game spread. No. That's not safe. So that was from 14th to 6th to the 6th spot. Like, bro, it's. Yep. This is going to be an interesting race too, those, especially the 8th and 7th and 8th spot, but it could go even higher. But 7th and 8th spot is suspect. They better keep playing and keep playing hard, and that's on both sides really, because it's the same thing on the Eastern Conference. Because when you hit 6, it's 25 wins. Everybody got 25 wins or more from there on the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. So they just showed a stat right now. That Memphis is actually 3rd in the league in pace this season, and Houston is 2nd, Milwaukee's 1st. And Memphis is actually averaging the most points per game since December 9th. They're averaging 120 points per game. So they're really doing a great job of scoring the basketball. So ladies and gentlemen, we're back. Valanciunas shoots the jump shot. He misses. Rebound, Clint Capella. Like I said, like and subscribe as you come in for both LBFW1 and Speaking My Sports Talk. So James Harden is dribbling the basketball. He goes around Kyle Anderson, shoots a layup, and he misses the front. But there is Capella for the tip. Go ahead, take it D, and Rockets.
Check in by Capella, 19-8. Ja Morant brings the ball down for Memphis Grizzlies. Ja Morant drives into the lane, short jumper, step back, and it goes in. Ja Morant is looking great. His rookie year in the NBA season. So James Harden's going to bring the ball up. James Harden dribbles around the Capella screen, steps back, slows it down. James Harden step back behind the line, puts his dribble on, step back jumper, and in and out, literally in and out. Ja Morant gets the ball, brings it down, full speed ahead. but he slows down, dribbles around White, goes back to the top of the key, shoots the three-pointer, and drains it. Ja Morant, nothing but the bottom of the net from way out. 19-13, 6-point lead by the Rockets. Austin Rivers with the ball, crossover dribble, goes right into the hole and gets fouled. So Austin Rivers will go to the line for 2. 6 minutes, 32 seconds left in the first quarter.
Oh, yeah. It's like I said before, man, Ja Morant has been very impressive. I mean, took it right at James Harden. And the one thing I'm noticing from Harden already, he's settling a lot for his step-back three. He is hot. But like I said, I want to see the James Harden I saw against Philly. That James Harden is, like I said, that's a much better version of James Harden than the James Harden I've pretty much seen all season. There's Russell Westbrook, who just gives daps to Ben McLemore, who sits out.
But
Austin Rivers is going to be at the free throw line shooting 2 free throws.
But in James Harden's defense, man, you got to play a different game now with Russ off the floor. You got to conserve a little bit more.
Which is true. All right, Morant is 4 for 4 while the rest of the team is 1 of 7. So he's got the basketball right now. Valanciunas tried to get into post-up position, but good denial by P.J. Tucker. He gives it to Milton, shoots the three-pointer, and he drains it. Swish. And the Rockets now trail by 4, 20-16. Go ahead, D.
James Harden bringing the ball across the court. Harden dribbles right down into the lane, goes up, little floater, and drains it. So it's 22-16. James Harden just easily up into the lane. Didn't seem like they could do anything with him. Ja Morant passes the ball over to Melton. Melton gives it off to White. Back up to Ja Morant at the top of the key. Ja Morant slashes the lane and gets fouled. And I'm sorry, that was Kyle Anderson, not I don't know why I said White. Made me think of White from the Spurs. They kind of remind me of each other. So Ja Morant's gonna take a rest, sit down on the bench. Got too many fouls, young man. So Grayson Allen checks in for Ja Morant. Allen with the ball over to Melton. Melton with the jumper and drains it. Melton feeling the rhythm. So that's 18-22, 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the first quarter. James Harden bringing the ball across. Passes it to Gordon for the 3. Gordon can't hit. And Clark with the rebound. Back to Melton. So Brandon Clark is another draft pick. Valanciunas with the nice, quick little layup inside. Good pass by Clark to hit Valanciunas in the lane, in the hole. So James Harden with the ball. Melton on the defense, passes to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon down in the lane. Kicks it back out to P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker over the House. And the House gives it to Capella. And Capella gets the offensive foul. So a turnover by the Houston Rockets. And the Memphis Grizzlies with a chance to tie the game or take the lead.
And Capella could have drew a foul. Instead, he decided to put his hand on the defender. That's why he got the offensive foul call.
Right.
So Valanciunas trying to get post position. The ball's given to Milton, and the ball is given to Clark, who now gives it to Jones, and the ball is put into Valanciunas in the post. He shoots a turnaround jump shot, and he drains it. Nice shot by Valanciunas for a center.
Beautiful step back shot by Valanciunas. So it's a tie game, guys. James Harden with the ball in his hand. Dribbles around the P.J. Tucker screen and goes right into the lane and scores. James Harden, classic work. 24-22. Rockets back up by 2. So Grayson Allen thought about the 3, decided to pull it back out. And then he steps back and shoots the 3 anyhow, but he misses. Clark got his hand on the ball, taps it to Valanciunas. Valanciunas puts it up, but he can't hit. P.J. Tucker gets the ball in his hand, brings it across court, kicks it back to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon shoots up the 3 and drains it, 27-22. Quickly back up 5 goes the Houston Rockets. So Valanciunas with the ball at the top of the key. Valanciunas decides to take it into the lane and score with it. Nice move and fake by Valanciunas, 24-27. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first quarter. James Harden, double team. They pull back with the double team. Melton on James Harden, 1-on-1. James Harden will put the dribble on Melton. James Harden goes into the lane and drops the teardrop bucket right in, 29-24. How can you stop James Harden? This kid Melton has nothing for him.
And Valanciunas decides to shoot a three-pointer. He misses, rebound James Harden. So James Harden is bringing the ball up, 29-24, 2:40 remaining in the first quarter. James Harden faces a double team, swing passes to Capella, lobs it off for Capella, and he dunks it. Nice play by the Houston Rockets. And the Rockets now lead 31-24 with 2:29 remaining in the first quarter. That was a beautiful set play by the Rockets on that double team.
Very nice ball movement. Very nice ball movement. No one selfish there.
All right, so Jones gives it to Valanciunas, little flare screen. Jones shoots it. I think he was surprised he was so wide open, but he knocks it down. He scores 31-26. Back come the Rockets, and here comes Daniel House trying to catch a body with that throwdown, but he man, got so hyped. So Westbrook came off the bench. Shows good key chemistry right there. And so we're at a timeout, ladies and gentlemen. So it is under. We are at 2:05 remaining. Rockets lead 31-26. We got a nice up and down, fast-paced first quarter, I gotta say. So I could tell that with this track meet, remember these teams are second and third in pace, so you know that this game is going to be scoring pretty high. I believe in the hundreds, especially if both teams are not really defending and they're making shots. I could see this pace going way up, staying up.
But surprisingly enough, the Rockets are doing a pretty good job getting their hands in there on these passes in the lane. They fell asleep a couple of times, but so did Memphis. So seems like both of these guys are getting in the offensive rhythm. They need to get some lockdown defense and get some stops in there.
Yeah. So while we're at a timeout, your boy Josh Richardson has won Player of the Week for the Philadelphia 76ers. And DeMar DeRozan is the Player of the Week for the San Antonio Spurs. Josh Richardson averaged just under 23 a game, shot 51% for the Philadelphia 76ers, while DeMar DeRozan really put it to his old team with Toronto, but he averaged 29 points and shot 61% for the week for the San Antonio Spurs. And like I said, I still don't feel like San Antonio is probably going to make the playoffs. They're going to have to go on a big run, in my opinion. But they're still right there to still be able to take that spot in the Western Conference for those bottom playoff spots. So they're right there. And like D was mentioning, like all those teams on that bubble with 40 games left, anything can happen. A loss here, and you're dropping quite a few spots. A win here could put you back in contention unless you're in first place and you're just trying to maintain the lead. It's like a game of Mario Kart, man. And you got all these racers, man, and you're trying to get anywhere from first to eighth to make sure that you get in the playoffs.
Right. Yeah. And I'm telling you, man, it's going to be a race. I'm so excited. I'm just waiting to see like the last, say, 15 games of this season and the playoffs in general, because this is going to be a hell of a playoffs. I think it's going to. I really do think that it's going to top next season.
And I feel like I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now that the league is gonna. This conference is gonna be even better next year. I'm telling you. So Hartenstein checks into the game. We are back. All right. So it looks like, Daniel House Jr. is going to be at the free throw line. 2:05 remaining. Guys, make sure y'all make sure y'all subscribe, and make sure y'all share the stream as you guys come in.
So check
Lewis and D basketball.
So check this out, Lewis. Remember I was saying from the 8th spot to the 14th spot, it's a 3-game differential, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, from the 2nd seed to the 7th seed is only a 4-game differential.
How you see that?
So it's like it's wide open right now. I mean, The Lakers and the Bucks are just way ahead of the class right now.
Well, I wouldn't say way. I'll say ahead.
Well, I mean, just as far as wins. Not pretty much.
Then I could even,
go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, but then you could still kind of make a case that they're ahead, but they're not like too far ahead because there's still a lot of time to make up. And a key losing streak here or there, they could go right back down. But they've been the best pretty much so far. As Eric Gordon gets into the lane and he scores 35-28 Rockets. We're approaching about a minute remaining in this first quarter. Jones lobs it up with a floater, misses. Rebound Daniel House. He's pushing it up the floor. Tries a Euro step, and he gets stripped into the hands of Melton. Melton is looking. Bounce pass, layup, scores.
That was a lot of contact.
Nice play by Clark. Yeah, 35-30. I agree, D. I think that could have been a foul call, but they didn't call it. So Rivers got the basketball screen set by Hartenstein. Rivers is surveying the floor. He gets into the paint. Can't find anybody. Wow. Showing good dribbling right there to avoid any. He tried to steal Gordon shooting these deep threes, and he misses. And Hartenstein gets fouled as he grabs the rebound, and he will be shooting two at the free throw line himself.
But I think that that wasn't really a bad three by Eric Gordon. Because the shot clock was down under 5. It was like 4.3. He had a shot to take. If you try to dribble it and get a good pass off and let the defense get in on you, get a 24-second violation. So I don't think that was a real bad shot from you know what I mean?
Nope.
Not that time. I mean, I agree with you. He has been taking some long threes, unnecessarily long, but I think that time that was a pretty good shot.
Yeah, that was understandable, but still, he can mix up his game, though. He has a tendency to take too many of them. In that situation, I understand. As Clark scores again, and it's 37-32. Go ahead, D, take this one.
All right, so Eric Gordon bringing the ball up the floor for the Rockets. Eric Gordon got Grace Allen on the defense. He's holding the ball. 15 seconds, 6 second differential from shot clock to game clock. Eric Gordon drives down on Grayson, passes the ball out. House Jr. from the corner, misses. Grizzlies come down with the ball, 3 seconds to shoot. 2, 1. And just missed. He got the ball off in time, but he just missed the shot. So very, very nice first quarter. These guys back and forth. Chin Smoke, what's good with you? These guys back and forth, 37-32. Rockets up by 5. This is a high-scoring first quarter, so it tells you guys, we don't have a great bit of defense right now.
And as I was saying before, Memphis is 3rd in the league in pace, and the Rockets are 2nd in the league in pace. So because you have the 2nd and 3rd best team in terms of pace of play, the Bucks lead the league in pace. You're really not going to see great defense. The only difference is the Milwaukee Bucks can actually defend even at playing at that high pace. And if people remember, the Golden State Warriors were a championship team playing at a very high pace. That's number one. Number two, they were able to do it on both ends of the floor. So if you're able to defend at a high level, but being able to push the pace, then you got yourself a championship team. But the thing is, neither of these teams are that good defensively. That's number one. But like I was saying, that Memphis is leading the league in scoring since December 9th. They're averaging 120 points per game. The Rockets are 3rd at 117. So with that being said, it's going to be a track meet in this game. And as long as no defense is being played, you're going to see a lot of shots thrown up. And most likely, like I said, we're going to have a lot of high-scoring quarters. All right, man. So shout out to everybody who's been able to come through. I haven't even looked at the chat at all since I've been here. Shout out to G Money, Rocks or Grizz. I'm going with the Grizzlies. Grizz got to play some defense. So do the Houston Rockets. James Harden is lighting up the grindhouse. So far, he is. TNT ought to flex the Warriors. Yo, G Money does this in every radio. He can't stand the Warriors so much. It's like, at this point, it's like, what's done is done. The Warriors-Blazers game for the Spurs and the Suns, or the Pacers and the Jazz on MLK Day. It is what it is. Honestly, it is what it is. He says the 8 teams in the East are a lock.
No.
I would say the bottom part of the East to me is still worth fighting for 7th and 8th. I would say more so the top spots in the East are more of a lock.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same almost on both sides, on the Eastern and the Western Conference.
I would say the 2, 3, and 4 spot to me is still intriguing when it comes to Philly, Miami, and Boston. So I'm not going to say a complete lock as for right now. And you have to remember, a key injury can change things for a basketball team. So we can't just say that it's a lock. So we got to remember that injuries are the part of the game, and a key injury can change things in a conference.
Yeah, from 7th place to 11th is only a 5-game spread. Who said that? Gideon? It's only a 5-game spread, so shit, things can happen. 5 games in 40 games. That's an easy spread. Not an easy, but you can easily see that change. Not an easy spread to catch, but you can easily see that change, though. What's up there, Layla?
Shout out to Layla. I mean, and look, just from the 1 seed to the 5th seed is only separated by 5.5 games. So as they were just showing the standings, and if you look at that A spot, the Spurs, the Trailblazers, and the Suns are only a game and a half out, and the Pelicans, who they didn't show, they're 3.5 out at the A spot. So it's really tight, especially when, as you were talking about, from 8 to 14.
Yeah, well, West Coast is a lot tighter.
Right. All right, so Gordon got into the paint, and looks like he was looking for a foul, but I think the ball will be out of bounds. Rockets will retain possession. Oh, no, they called the jump ball. Okay. So it looks like it's him and Grayson Allen about to jump up.
Gordon little ass.
All right, Gordon wants the tip. All right, so into the hands of McLemore, who gives it to Austin Rivers, screen by Hartson. He decides to shoot the 3-pointer. Long 3, misses, rebound. Eric Gordon, who gives it to Hartenstein. Hartenstein dribbles left, gives it to Rivers. He gets all the way to the paint. His shot is short, but he draws the foul, and he will go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws.
Man, Rivers hit the deck kind of hard right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see the way he kind of looked was like, he kind of hit himself hard a bit. I could see he's trying to draw my beard, man, because I trim mine down and he gets my beard look. I can see that I was his inspiration. I appreciate you. I appreciate you as he knocks down the free throw. 38-32, Houston Rockets. Yeah, I gotta
Chin Smoke said, when we gonna do a Spurs game, Lewis?
I gotta see who the Spurs play, and I definitely would do a Spurs game. Tell him to make sure to tune in on my channel, man, and I know for sure do a Spurs game. I just gotta see who they play and in what week. So I'm gonna check it out. Definitely gonna check it out.
We got it coming to you, Chin Smoke. We got you, brother.
So Austin Rivers misses. There's a rebound, kicks it out to Brooks, who knocks down the 3-pointer in transition. And it's like I said, people, Memphis now trails by 2. Memphis is 3rd in the league in pace, so they can push it up. All right. And so we come back, and we got a miss on the Rockets' end. Another rebound. So here we go. And looks like Jackson gets all the way to the paint, and he scores. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we are tied at 39. So nice move by Jaren Jackson to get all the way into the paint. All right, go ahead, D.
These young boys be playing, man. They playing. So Austin Rivers bringing the ball up for Houston. Austin Rivers directing traffic, passes the ball off to Gordon. Gordon goes right inside. Nice move for the layup. Body control by Eric Gordon. John Morant will bring the ball down for the Grizzlies. John Morant drives into the lane. Behind the back pass. John Morant and one score by the rookie. These boys are playing, man, and they got a nice young team. Nice behind the back pass by John Morant. Foul and one. That's how you move the ball.
No, I was just gonna say that he just did the Chris Paul move right there, where he does that little ball fake, where he puts the ball on the ground and then fakes it with his hand, and then put the behind the back pass. That was a nice play.
Now,
and then,
no disrespect to Chris Paul, but my man Bubba Chuck was the first to do that.
Sir,
Bubba Chuck used to do that. Allen Iverson, man.
All right, so John Morant's got the basketball off the miss. And they just showed a graphic. Memphis is 6th in the league in field goal percentage as a team, 47%. So Brooks has got the ball. He gives it to Jaren Jackson. He shoots a three-pointer, and he drains it, knocks it down. And look at Memphis is up 45-41. These young kids can play, as D was talking about, man. I'm telling you, I think they're going to give Houston a run for their money tonight. So Morris got the basketball. He decides to step back and takes another long three. Front rim misses. Rebound Solomon Hill. I got to do more Memphis Grizzlies games. It's going to be exciting. Grayson Allen's got the basketball, dribbles all the way to the paint, little Euro, puts it off the glass, and he scored. And I think the Houston Rockets need a timeout, and Mike D'Antoni was listening to me, so he decides to take one. Memphis is playing really well, pushing the ball, and right now they lead 47-41 with 9:10 remaining in the second quarter. You are watching the Rockets and Grizzlies with Lewis and D on the LBFWN. So before I get with the chat, D, I gotta tell you a couple of things off topic. I don't know if you heard, man, but and I put the video up earlier. But the Houston Astros, and Layla got pretty mad because she's just mad because I'm a Yankee fan and she don't want to admit that Houston a bunch of cheaters.
Cheaters,
but
yeah, I heard about that nonsense.
Yeah.
They invested in cameras.
Yeah, so the commissioner decided to suspend AJ and the general manager. So the owner, he decided to fire them right away. So they lost their draft picks for the next 2 years, and I think each of them were fined $5 million. Layla complains to say that I kind of complain. I'm like saying about the Yankees. I said that you don't understand. I said there's been multiple reports saying that the Astros of 2017 and 2019, and she know I'm telling the truth. That's why she laughing. That there's reports that them and the Boston Red Sox have been accused of sign stealing. And the thing was, Alex Cora, he just decided to part ways with them and the Red Sox decided to part ways because they're investigating him now to see what role he played because he was on that 2017 Houston Astros team that beat the Dodgers in 7 for the World Series. So Boston doesn't want to deal with that, so they decided to cut ties with him.
Yeah, that's crazy. Hey, Anthony L just stepped up in the building. What's good with you, Anthony L? Martin Machine on my side, Red Glove Militant. Appreciate you guys coming through. Anthony L on the LBF inside. Appreciate you coming through. Go ahead, Lewis.
Shout out to Anthony L. Shout out to G Money. He says, I don't hate the Warriors. I just don't want to see bad teams on TV. You know, I mean, bro, you just don't have to watch them. I mean, they're going to put them on TV no matter what. I mean, this is the NBA's doing. So,
and they won the championship. So that's a part of getting that money, bro. You get money for being on TV. So they got to get that money because they're the champion team. Because
the Warriors were just in the finals. So that's the thing.
Yeah.
That's what we got. That's what you got to understand. He says Grizz would be a scary playoff team. Oh no, I agree. They could be a bad matchup for some people. They can. He said I will complain about the Bulls Sixers on ESPN, but Chicago has some nice talent and Levine. Yeah, they do. They just been disappointed. All right, so what back? Go ahead, D. Take the call.
All right. So Harden with the ball, top of the key. Harden putting the dribble on. Harden gets the ball tapped, but he gets back control of it. Step back, three-pointer, right off the back of the rim, but Harden gets his own rebound, throws the lob to Capella for the dunk. So it's 43-47. Looks like the Rockets trying to do what they can to get their way back in this game. John Morant with the ball. John Morant passed the ball to the corner for the corner three. In and out. James Harden with the ball. He'll bring it across for the Rockets. James Harden double team, kicks the ball out to House Jr. House Jr. back to Harden. Harden with the step back three and misses again. Nice box out on Gordon, and Grace Allen picks the ball up, brings it down the court. And Jaren Jackson with another three from the top of the key, 50-43. The Grizzlies take a 7-point lead on the Rockets. So James Harden with the ball on the wing. Passes the ball over to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers takes it down inside, gives it to Capella. Capella with the easy layup inside, 45-50. 7 minutes, 35 seconds left in the half. So John Morant inside kicks the ball out to Grayson Allen. Allen over for Brooks. Brooks for the three-pointer, 53-45. 8-point lead now by the Grizzlies, people. Biggest lead of the game. So a steal by the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies trying to extend that lead. Grayson Allen gets down in there on James Harden and gets fouled. So Allen will go to the line, foul on James Harden. Nice steal and drive by Grizzlies. Allen got that little slow down Euro step down pack, don't he, Lewis?
Yo, you would have thought he would have been in the Matrix because that Euro is super slow. You could probably freeze time with the way he moves with that. As he knocks down the first free throw, and Memphis is now up 54-45. It's like what me and Dean telling you, man. I really like this Memphis Grizzlies young team, man. I see that they're this looks like a very hungry team, a team that competes, they play hard. That's all you can ask for from an NBA fan, man. When your team plays really hard and tries to do their best to win games, even if they do lose, you obviously want to win, but you want your team competing though, consistent. All right, so Daniel House. Oh, he tried to dunk the ball, but I guess he kind of lost the handle and decided to lay it up. But nice move, by the way. Rockets, Memphis now leads 55-47. And just as I say that, John Morant pushes the pace and scores the layup, and now Memphis leads by 10. Man, they could score in the blink of an eye. The Rockets are gonna have to actually slow the game down. You wouldn't technically want to say that, but you do, especially with a team that plays the same pace as you do.
Well, this is probably
they turn it over.
This is probably where the Rockets are going to struggle trying to play catch up.
And oh my goodness, Jaren
Jackson right up the middle for the dunk, man. Woo. Memphis Grizzlies making a statement right now.
Wow. What a throwdown by Jaren Jackson Jr., though. Woof. And the Houston Rockets got to call a timeout. All right, so we are at a timeout, and I think they are leading 59-47 right now, currently, in this second quarter. So we are now going to go to the chat. Well, you can't say the Grizz, more so Jaren Jackson has no regard for human. He was the one that put the throw down. That means all five guys would have had to dunk the basketball on that play, G Money.
Yeah.
So yeah. No, but I can't lie. That was a great dunk though. From where he leaped at. And it just shows you the impact that John Morant has had on this basketball team. Obviously everybody's contributing, but it just shows you the impact he has. He pushes the ball up, he can shoot the three. He can push the ball, push the pace. I mean, so he's doing a great job, man. I gotta admit. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all smash the like button. Make sure y'all make sure y'all subscribe as you guys come in. Like I said, once again, if you guys want to donate to the Cash App is showing on my ticker on my screen. You're watching basketball episode 17, Rockets and Grizzlies with Lewis and D Basketball Live. With D, the Godfather Jefferson, along with your boy Louigi Capa Don, Luigi in the building. Let's see what's going on in the chat, everybody. Appreciate everybody coming through. Welcome to the party.
What's up, Jay? My man Jay in the building.
Shout out to Jay in the building. Oh, I see. So after you do 3 videos, they don't send notifications. I see, since it was my 4th video of the day, because I put one with Kyle Kuzma and Devin Booker. The other one was with the Antonio Brown situation, and then I got the Houston Astros with the stripping on the World Series.
Oh, is that the case? After you do 3 videos, they don't send notifications?
Yeah, they don't send the notification, so you can put a video, but it won't send it. So now I see this.
I didn't know that.
Didn't know that until now. Shout out to Jay for that.
Now good info on that, Jay. Because I did 6 videos today.
That's probably was wondering why I didn't get the other notifications from you. Because
I did 2 basketball videos, 2 MMA videos, and 2 boxing videos.
All right. Shout out to Packers Nation. He was telling me that Luke Kuechly retired, which is crazy. He says it's all over ESPN, and I got to check out that thing.
He said Luke Kuechly resigned?
He retired.
Oh, wow.
I was surprised by that.
Yo, Luke Kuechly was a beast.
Oh, yeah, he was.
So the ball stolen again. Oh, wow. So the ball was stolen again by the Memphis Grizzlies, but Justin Jackson Jr. never reestablished themselves in bounds. So,
excuse me.
Houston got the ball right back. And stolen again. A lazy pass by Eric Gordon, and Memphis gets the ball right back, but Capella comes down with the defensive rebound. James Harden with the ball, dribbles, goes into the lane, kicks it back out to House Jr. House Jr. over to P.J. Tucker. Back to James Harden. James Harden with the dribble, step back 3. And James Harden is a little bit off. House Jr. with the putback, but he can't hit. And Brooks comes down with the rebound, kicks the ball to Ja Morant. Ja Morant, nice handles by Morant, too, coming down the court. Ja Morant at the top of the key, James Harden on him. Ja Morant gets fouled by Harden and pummeled by Capella. So he won't get that. I love it when those big guys basically they just snatch the ball like you're not getting that. I love that play.
Mm-hmm.
So Brooks drives down into the lane.
So Brooks got into the paint. He missed it.
Go ahead, Lou.
No doubt. James Harden gets into the paint. He dribbles, but he loses the ball. But he got fouled first before that. Looks like the foul's going to be on Justin Jackson. And he's going to go to the free throw line to shoot 2 free throws. Score is 59-47, just under 5 remaining in the second quarter.
Yo, I don't know if anybody caught this, but James Harden, he has underrated handles, man. I think he got very underrated handles. He just hit that first free throw, guys, 48-59. Because James Harden just went into traffic. Somebody kicked the ball from behind. He grabbed the ball, got the handle under control, and then it hit somebody's side. He got the handle back, got it under control, and still dribbled the ball down there. And that was all in the same series. Like, that dude has underrated handles by far. My man Charles D in the building. What's good, Charles D?
Hey guys, if you haven't, make sure you subscribe to the LBFWN and make sure you subscribe to Speaking My Sports Talk.
What a crazy shot by House Jr. With that McLemore.
All right, so 59-51. Harden gives the ball to McLemore, gives it back to Harden. Looks like Harden's going to get a little double team, gets to McLemore, puts the ball on the floor, dribbles left, but he turned it over on a horrible pass, never passed high in the air, gives it to Clark, and he gets stripped on the bottom, but the ball goes out of bounds. It will be Memphis will retain possession. But see, you never want to pass a basketball, especially when you're in the air, because if you're not one of the best, if you're not a really good passer and you don't have that great vision, you're going to turn the ball over. So that's what the mistake by Ben McLemore, just means you were indecisive right there.
Yeah.
All right, so the ball is given to Jones. Valanciunas on the post. Nice move, spin, but the shot is bad, but he draws the foul. So he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Man, that was a late whistle.
It was late. Yeah, Capella had his hand, yet he hit his elbow.
Yeah, it was a good call, but it was just a late whistle, you know?
Yep, I agree. Agreed. Right, Valanciunas at the free throw line and gets the lucky fortuitous bounce, as Walt Frazier likes to say.
They call that the shooter's touch.
That's right. Valanciunas is actually having a nice season. 15 points and 9 rebounds, almost a double-double, shooting 60% from the field. And the fact that he can shoot from the mid-range, it's a luxury for a big. So Memphis now leads 61-51, just under 4 remaining. So Harden's got the basketball. He's holding it like a little rock to cradle. All right, so now he dribbles it. He gets a screen by P.J. Tucker while he gets a double team. P.J. does the pick and roll, shoots the floater. He misses. Rebound Capella. Kicks it out to McLemore, who gives it back to James Harden. We're about to see the travel dance. Here we go. Harden, nice handle. Takes a step back. Shoots a three-pointer. Misses. Gets the long rebound. Kicks it out to Eddie Howe. Excuse me, I said Eddie House. I meant
Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon, but he misses the 3. So Kyle Anderson kicks it out to Melton. He shoots the 3. He misses. Rebound Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon dribbles all the way to the basket. He just loses the ball, but there was some contact right there, no call, and the Rockets will retain possession.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. Anderson hit the ball up to himself going down the court. That should have been a travel.
Yep. All right, we're just waiting to see. All right. Houston will retain possession. McLemore inbounds into Capella. He gets it to James Harden, who pushed off. There could have been some acting. The 3 is shot, and Harden misses the wide open 3 from the left corner. In the hands of Brooks.
Harden is off right now. He missed his last 4 shots.
Okay. All right, so the ball's given to Valanciunas. He gets in another position, shoots another jump shot, just misses. Rebound. Capella gets it to Tucker, who gets it to Harden. Take it off, D.
What a save by Capella to get the ball into P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker kicks it over to James Harden. James Harden dribbles on the rookie and pulls the foul, so James Harden will go to the line. You know, just utilize the rookie there, man. And looks like he might have hit him in the face. People, another thing that's underrated about James Harden is his strength. He's extremely strong. This guy's strong as Knox, and a lot of players talk about that. So, these small kids coming right out of college, man, it's going to be a tough task to ask them to guard James Harden.
Yeah, he's already got 20 points, and he's 6 assists on the free throw line. But that last possession where he got fouled, he just lost the ball, in my opinion. I don't think nobody even touched him, and he was able to get the call. So Harden will do sometimes he'll do some of that kind of trickery.
Right.
But sometimes he just loses the ball too. I'm not gonna say that he always does it.
Right.
So Moran gives the basketball, he gives it to Clark in the corner, misses the 3, nice penetration. Melton gets the offensive rebound, and it looks like we got another foul call on the Rockets. And they're showing James Harden right now. He passed, in his last game, he eclipsed over 20,000 points. So congratulations to James. And he's 44th on the all-time list. He just passed Anton Jameson with the pair of free throws that he just shot. So congratulations to James Harden. That's a heck of an accomplishment. Whether you love James Harden or whether you hate him, it's still a heck of an accomplishment, which just tells you he's a great NBA player. So, and he will be a future Hall of Famer. So shout out to James Harden.
And also, like I always say, bro, durability plus availability equals eligibility. James Harden plays a lot of games. He's there on the court. He's available for his team. That gets you into the category of greatness.
As Valanciunas hits the free throw, 62-53. Go ahead, D.
So James Harden, Rockets almost lose the ball, but James Harden recovered. James Harden with the ball at the top of the key. dribbles around the Eric Gordon screen, has Grayson Allen on him. Grayson Allen too small. James Harden step back three, drains it. 56-62. They don't want to let James Harden start feeling it because that could be big trouble. John Morant with the ball at the top of the key, fakes the three, drives into the lane, pulls it back, gives the ball to Valanciunas. Valanciunas with the turnaround hook on Clint Capella. Nice move by Valanciunas. And Eric Gordon jacks up a three and drains it. 59-64. The Rockets are starting to feel it, guys. Toby Ballin, I see you. Appreciate you coming through. John Morant drives down in the lane, kicks the ball back out. Ball kick to the top. 15-foot shot off, but it's a foul down in the hole. And was that on PJ Tucker? I don't think so.
That could be. Nah, he was under him, right next to him, but I don't think that was on him though. Because Clark went over the back.
Yeah, I was thinking it's over the back on Clark. So good call by the refs because he was clearly on his back. So James Harden bring the ball down. Rockets with a chance to cut the lead to 3 or to 2. Harden to McLemore for 3. And in and out, rolls out of the rim. Rebounded by Melton. Melton kicks the ball to Valanciunas. Back to Melton. Melton with the ball on the wing. Melton backs it up, regroups, pops the 3. And just in and out for Melton. James Harden coming down full steam ahead, right to the basket and foul. Oh, no, it goes out of bounds. Wow, that was a foul, man. That's a lot of contact. Look at that. He got a lot of arm there, too. All right, so James Harden with Melton on the defense again. James Harden with the ball, playing with the rookie. Dribbles on him. Step back, jumper. Harden, in and out. Harden shots are barely coming off. John Morant with the behind the back on James Harden and the lob to Clark for the dunk. 66-59. Nice moves and dribbles by John Morant. Bro, this kid has handles, and the Houston Rockets want to talk about it. Okay, no, I thought it was a timeout, but the referee stopped the clock because there's a problem with the shot clock. Boy, what a behind-the-back dribble, crossover, and then the lob to Clark for the dunk. Nice by John Morant, man. This kid is super impressive. Yeah, super impressive.
All right, so Capella allows the ball into James Harden. He gets it. There's about a 7-second difference between shot clock to game clock. So Harden gets switch. He gets a switch. Melton on him. 9 on the shot clock. I think he's going for that stack 3. Seconds, no, he dribbles all the way to the basket. Changed my mind, and he floats it up, and he scores. 66-61. And Melton tries to drop, but he gets fouled by James Harden. James Harden doesn't agree with the call. He says, I didn't even touch him. But free throws will be shot, I believe. Oh, Melton just tripped. I mean, I don't know. I'd say that's a play on, in my opinion. That wasn't even that hard of a screen. And Melton just tripped. But he goes to the free throw line, and he misses the free throw. And that's James Harden has 26 points, but that he just picked up his 3rd foul.
Yeah, going to have to sit him down. But it's only 6 seconds left, so.
All right, so here we go. 4 seconds remaining, and Harden gets called for the offensive foul. Or was that PJ Tucker, I believe? If that would have been Harden, that would have been his 4th foul in the first half. So lucky, because then PJ Tucker, that was not smart because he forced Melton, and then he bumped into Harden. That could have been a foul on Harden if he wasn't careful. And that could have been his 4th foul. And he would have said a long time out in the 3rd quarter.
Right.
That's just not smart by PJ Tucker. Morant tries to split the defense, but the ball gets kicked, and he blocks it so that there was no shot attempt. I tell you, this kid is active and very well aware. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the first half. And we have a track meet, high-scoring first half. The Memphis Grizzlies, 67. The Houston Rockets 61. End of the first half. You are watching the Houston Rockets against the Memphis Grizzlies here on the LBFWN. Exciting first half.
Yeah.
Saw some really nice plays from both teams.
Really exciting. Basketball live here. Louis and D. Hey, I'll tell you one thing, man. This is a good game because the Rockets kind of had the lead there for a minute, was controlling the game, and then that momentum shift. And then Memphis, kind of took the lead and were controlling the game, but neither of these teams have been able to extend the lead, but so much. Both teams are keeping themselves close. As we know, a 6-point lead in today's NBA is nothing. That can be, obliterated in the blink of an eye. 2 3-pointers, a steal in the 3-pointer, that ties the game up. So this is a great game right now. Not much defense. I would like to see a little more defense from both teams, but when both of them are putting on a show like this offensively, it's kind of hard to fuss about it as a basketball fan. I think we all like to see the dunks and the scores and the 3-pointers.
No, for sure, man. I mean, as an NBA fan, especially in today's NBA, like you enjoy the fast-paced action, you enjoy the scoring, especially when it's high. I think it's, like I said, it's always a difference between a new school and old school, because a lot of old school people, especially if you live through that 90s era, love that grind out, great defense, big basket type of basketball, that low scoring, type of game. In the 80s where it was high scoring. This era is just really more so of no defense, because I keep telling people, even in the 2000s, you had some very good defensive teams. You had very, very strong defense. But I will say that what I do like, though, is I really do like the direction that this Memphis Grizzlies team is going. Believe it or not, they have some nice young pieces that they can really build for the future if they play their cards right. I still think in Memphis's case, they should continue to build through the draft until they get a solid team enough to where they can start attracting free agents, even though Memphis is a small market town, though. But I think that's what these organizations need to do. And I said it before and I'll say it again. Organizations need to kind of be held accountable, especially because here's a problem that I have with tanking, and I think you could probably attest to this, D, and agree with me. I think when you start to tank, it starts to hurt the culture, not just in the locker room, but then it's like with the fan base too. Because the thing is, you don't know who your coaches are. You don't. The organization, they think that they know what they're doing, but then they don't, especially on who they acquire. Then you have to include. Then if the players are not winning, it's like, well, you got a plan. But then it's like at the same time, when it comes to the draft, you can't guarantee that you're going to get a number 1 pick. I mean, how long have the Knicks tanked and we have not had a number 1 pick since Patrick Ewing, which was back in '85? So there's not a guarantee with that. So, and that's kind of like why I'm not a fan of tanking in the first place. I'd rather see these teams compete, and it's like if you lose and you have the worst record, but you're competing on most nights, I'm okay with that. But not when you're purposely losing and you're purposely not giving effort, especially when teams are paying money to see you play. Like, I'm not okay with that.
What up, Kevin? Just stepped in the building. Reduni in the building. What's good with y'all, fellas? Appreciate you coming through, Kevin, Reduni.
No, yeah, I mean, all right, so ladies and gentlemen, in the first half, let's get some people in the chat in the building, man, because kind of been talking off. All right, so let us look into the chat. Shout out to G Money. Says Jaren Jackson, Dylan Brooks, and John Morant are torching the Rockets. Yeah, they are. Like I said, I like these young kids. Hopefully more people come through in the chat. It's been a little bit kind of dry, though, but hopefully there's more. He says, I know it's early, but if I were the Lakers, I don't want the Grizz to get the 8th seed. There's still a lot of basketball left, so that's why I said that I feel like, what do you think about that comment that G Money said, man? And you guys can chime in as well. If you're the Lakers, you don't want to face a young Memphis Grizzlies team.
Nope. I think that's a fair assessment. The kind of team You'll take, they might beat them in 6, but they'll wear them down doing it. You don't want to face that type of adversity in the first round of the playoffs. You want to kind of mop that team up 5-1 or a sweep. But I think the Grizzlies would give them a hell of a run, take them to 6 games maybe. So I can actually agree with that, Gideon.
Yo, what's up with everybody, man? Hopefully you guys can come check in, man. If you're busy, make sure that you guys, again, like, subscribe, make sure to share. Hopefully we get some more people in the chat, man. Rockets Grizzlies first half, 67-61. So, D, while you talk to the chat, I'll just look for the first half stats.
All right. Yeah, consistency pays off, man. We'll get people in here. So, Reduni said first half was very bad defense. I agree, bro. They both need to do a little better. I saw a few people out of position, and just easy scores, easy layups, wide open jump shots. So they do need to get a little tighter on the defensive side. I agree with that. Layla says, smash the like button, subscribe, hit Lou and D up on the Cash App or PayPal, and say hi when you come in. Peeps. Yeah. Appreciate you, Layla. Reduni says Grizzlies should have been used Iggy, and they would be on the playoff. Well, Grizzlies' problem is they lack superstar players. They have a lot of solid players and some good young players, but you're not going to get to a certain level without a superstar player. And they've had that problem for a few seasons. Like, they got to get a superstar player, man. And look at how well they're playing now without one. So if they were to get a superstar player, man, sky's the limit. And Anthony L said, Memphis is having fun. And it's always dangerous playing against a team this young and have nothing to lose. Yep. The game becomes a little easier when you're out there having fun. That's a fact. Anthony. And every athlete will tell you that. Football, baseball, basketball, they all say it. Like, when you're having fun, the game is just so much easier. Boy, Zach LaVine can jump, man. And Layla says Lakers already bought this chip. And, yeah, you think so? You said they already bought it, Layla? They got everybody working with them, sis. And agrees the referee administration and everything. I hear you, Layla.
Oh, man. All right, ladies and gentlemen, before I get to my man Jay in the building, let's just throw out some little first half stats. I'm going to keep it brief and short. So for the Rockets, we got James Harden leading all scorers from Rockets and Grizzlies for 26 points. You got Clint Capella's got 12, and you got Eric Gordon, who's got 10. Those are your high men, so 3 guys in double figures. For the Grizzlies, how about this balance, guys? And look at this. Justin Jackson, John Morant, and Jonas Valanciunas each have 13 points. Each of them. And then you got Dylan Brooks, who chips in with 8, and Brandon Clark has got 8 as well. So if you really think about it, that's almost like saying 5 guys in double figures. So a little bit more balanced by the Grizzlies right there. The reason being is because they got to rely on James Harden more. All right, so Memphis is shooting much better than Houston. They're shooting 55% from the field, which tells you the Rockets have got to get better defensively. Really, there's been no defense played, but the thing is with Houston, they've missed more of their attempts from the outside, while Memphis has made a much more higher clip. They did get to the line 17 times, so look for that free throw whistle in the second half. So James Harden will try to manipulate some of those calls. And obviously, Houston is the better rebounding team with 23-17. But check this out, D. Memphis has got 19 assists in the first half, y'all, to Houston's 9.
Wow.
What is that? They're sharing the basketball, guys.
Yeah.
Really moving the basketball.
Yeah. And I can remember a couple of times on the commentary, I was like, man, that's good ball movement. I seen that a couple of times, Nice passes inside. John Morant has an excellent eye, man. To be so young, he has an excellent eye, good court vision. So he's making the right pass. And, he doesn't get flustered when he gets down there in the lane, and that helps, you know.
Agreed. And 8 turnovers by the Rockets. They got to do a better job of cleaning that up. As D was talking about some of the steals that Memphis got, because they got 6. They got 6 of them. So it tells you that the Rockets are not doing a good job of taking care of the ball. And last but not least, points in the paint. Memphis already has 32 points in the paint. They keep this up, they'll get over 60 easy. So the Rockets have got to do a better job of forcing Memphis to shoot more from the outside. They can't get nothing easy. Like, you always have a higher field goal percentage, man, when you're getting easy ones. It spreads the floor and it opens up your whole game. All right. So shout out to my man Jay in the building. He says, back in the day, paint points were earned after you paid a price.
Yeah.
Back then, you would popped, and some would second guess going back into that back in the pride box. Paint. I like the way he said that right there. The pride box, the paint. You dealt or deal with that in the box, with that box. Facts.
That's a fact, bro. I'll be right back, guys. My man Lewis got y'all all under control. Gotta make it run right quick. Not out the house. I'll be right back, guys.
All right. So once again, shout out to my man D, the Godfather Jefferson. But like Jay was saying, man, what I appreciate about that comment is people don't understand the amount of talent that was in the 90s when it came to big men. You're talking about a young Shaq. You're talking about Alonzo Mourning, Dikembe Mutombo, Patrick Ewing, David Robinson. There were some really talented centers. We're talking about Barkley, Malone in terms of the power forwards. You know, a young Chris Webber. You're talking about Tim Duncan. I mean, there were a lot of talented big men in the 90s. And then and Kevin Willis said it. Kevin Willis said it best. We call that hell in the hole. It's called hell in the hole. You know, so I like the way that Jay put that when he said the pride box. It's true. It's in the paint. We have enforcers like Charles Oakley. Just a lot of bruiser people in the paint. I mean, I remember guys like Xavier McDaniel. It was a very talented set of big men in the 90s. Very, very talented. That 90s era doesn't get enough credit for the amount of big men that it had. It was called the land of the giants for a reason. You know, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I keep saying. Yo, and shout out to my girl Layla, as she always likes to say, over, it's over, it's over. Oh, man, she came out with the Kenny Smith cat call. It's over. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are at a timeout. It is 67:61. Make sure you guys like the video. Make sure you guys share the stream. Make sure you guys subscribe to the LBFWN. And if you guys haven't, make sure you guys subscribe to Speak Your Mind Sports Talk. I appreciate Chance Smoke for the night. He asked me what am I going to do with Spurs game. Definitely going to do that one pretty soon, my brother. Shout out to everyone who's been able to pop through on this Tuesday evening. We got the Houston Rockets against the Memphis Grizzlies. I hope you guys have been enjoying the game so far, enjoying the commentary from me and D. I thought I picked a good one just with the way that Memphis has been playing. And obviously Houston is one of the better teams in the Western Conference. There is no Russell Westbrook tonight. So right now we've had an up and down pace. It's just one team is just making their share of shots better and getting to the ball to the basket in terms of the Memphis Grizzlies. So let me ask you this question now that we're switching gears a bit. You know, I kind of put the video out when it came to Devin Booker, when it came to Kyle Kuzma, because I find it interesting that they're making this deal. Do you guys think that the Lakers should make that deal? If you're the Phoenix Suns, should you make that deal? You know, yes or no, and tell me why in the comments. Let me know. I said before, and I mentioned in the video, I just think the fact that James Jones is the GM of the Suns and he played with LeBron James, you know that the league is going to do anything possible to help LeBron, you know, try to win a championship. I'm not just saying it I'm not saying it out of hate. I'm just saying it because, you know, we know that, LeBron's got, you know, a very good team around him. And they're going to do what they can again to make sure that and that's why Layla is kind of saying that the Lakers bought their championship in the bonus already. So whatever they get icing on the cake, you know, they're going to get. So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like it's about to be the start of the third quarter. Shout out to everybody coming through. Again, make sure y'all like, subscribe, and make sure you guys share the stream. I would say notifications are turned on, but this is since it's the fourth video, like Jay said. So first half stats it was already shown. Again, you got Memphis to me shows a little more balance, but like D said, they are missing that superstar. So once again, make sure you guys smash the like button. And we are starting the third quarter. So the Houston Rockets, so Memphis actually did win the opening tip, because I missed the early part of the first quarter. And Houston gets the ball in the third quarter. So James Harden's got the basketball. He's posting up Brooks. A little bit of a post-up, but he dribbles. He is slowly dribbling it out. So again, James Harden dribble. He's dribbling. Takes a step back three-pointer, and he misses. Rebound into the hands of John Morant. Tapped by Clint Capella. So John Morant, he's looking around the floor. Smash the like button. His subscribe as you guys come in. John Morant, he tries to lob it, but he turns it over in the hands of James Harden. So James Harden gets it to Ben McLemore, and he knocks down the three-pointer as he fades to the left side of the floor, and it's a three-point game, 67-64. All right, any Memphis fans in the building, let me know. Rockets fans as well. So Valanciunas sets a nice screen, and Brooks hits the three-pointer. And it's now 70-64. So James Harden brings the ball back. He dribbles, he gets around, goes behind the back to PJ Tucker, gives it back to Harden. Now being switched on by Justin Jackson. Justin is now putting his hands on him. James Harden takes him all the way to the basket. He scores, but looks like Harden hurt his right hand, as he came down. And it's now 70-66. So John Morant gives it to Valanciunas, who gives it to Justin Jackson, who then gives it to Kyle Anderson. Jackson on the post-up. Guarded by Harden, kicks it to Valanciunas. Valanciunas can't find anybody. Decides to shoot the three on Capella. He misses. And we got to fight for the rebound, but the foul is called on what to me it looks like. Yeah, it looks like that was on Jackson. All right, so Brooks guards the inbound, almost steals it, but Harden gets the ball back. That was actually a good ball denied by Brooks. All right. So Harden with the basketball. Gives it to Austin Rivers. Austin shoots the three-pointer, and ball spins out into the hands of Kyle Anderson. So Kyle decides to pull up a three and misses. Rebound Capella. Gives it to Harden. All right, so Harden with the basketball. PJ Tucker trying to rescreen. Harden gets to switch with Jackson on him. All right, Harden takes another step back three, and he knocks it down. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we have a one-point game. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe as you guys come in on the LPFWN Rockets Grizzlies. 70-60 now. We got a good one, folks. Early third quarter. So Brooks gets it from Valanciunas. Brooks shoots the three-pointer, knocks it down again. Another three. Ooh, nice. And it's 73-69 Memphis. So again, Harden brings the ball back up. All right, he passes it to Capella, who faces a double team, but they call a foul on that double team. Make sure you got okay. So the Suns. Oh, nice bounce pass by Capella right there on the cut by Rivers, but he loses the handle. And John Morant already pushes the ball up the pace. He's already at the end of the court. He gets into the paint, kicks it out to Valanciunas, who pump fakes but has to stop with Rivers on him. So Brooks is being guarded by Harden. He dumps it into Valanciunas, but the ball was stolen by PJ Tucker, but they called a foul. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button, hit the subscribe as you guys come in. LBFWN.
And sorry about the absence, guys. But PJ better calm down there before he get attacked. These referees been real quick with these technical fouls this season.
All right, so there's a miss. James Harden gets into the lane. He misses, goes for the rebound, gets blocked out of bounds. Houston Rockets basketball, they retain possession.
I think on the drive there was more contact on James Harden, and they're not giving these whistles, and James Harden getting frustrated.
Yeah, because you know he's going for that whistle, D.
You know he's going for that whistle.
So Harden with the basketball shoots a three, he misses, and when James Harden doesn't get the call, he starts to settle for outside shots. All right, so Morant kicks it out to Jackson, shoots at the corner three, misses, rebound PJ Tucker. 73-69, early part of the third, but a bad pass to Ben McLemore. He can't handle it, and the Rockets turn it over again.
Really stupid pass too, because he had Austin Rivers right there on the right side of him. So all he had to do was just kick the ball to Austin Rivers.
He did. All right, go ahead, take the call, D.
All right, so Clark with the ball at the top of the key, pass it off to John Morant. John Morant dribbles around the Valanciunas screen, kicks it to the corner three, off, rebounded by McLemore. McLemore bring the ball down the court, pass it to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers hesitates on the three, dribbles down into the lane, and scores. Nice drive by Austin Rivers, 2-point game, 71-73. So John Morant will bring the ball down, dribbles, gets double teamed, and there was a foul on Austin Rivers. I was trying to see if that was on James Harden. They double teamed John Morant quickly, but Austin Rivers fouled him. So still Memphis Grizzlies ball. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Ball into Jackson over to Ja Morant. Ja Morant kicks it back to Brooks. Brooks turnaround jump shot, miss, and Clint Capella with the rebound. And they call a foul on Clint Capella. So the ball will stay right down here with the Memphis Grizzlies.
And that's Clint Capella's fourth foul in the game.
Yep. So, but they need Capella down in there. And if I was Memphis Grizzlies, I would take the ball right to Capella, just like Jackson just did, but he couldn't convert. So Jackson for the three and misses again, but no Rockets under the basket and an easy putback by Valanciunas. James Harden with the ball. Harden dribbles on Brook. Harden goes into the lane. And good defense. Scramble for the ball, and it's a jump ball with Valanciunas and Clint Capella.
Oh, looks like Harden is hurt on the ground right there. It looks like we had a timeout.
Yeah, he'll be all right. I didn't mean to cut you off, but he'll be all right. It's a nut shot, so
I see.
He got to recoup from that. But it's not one of those type of injuries that's going to keep him out of the game. Might have to walk it off during the commercial break. So what we got going on in the chat, man? Devin Booker in the building. What's good, Devin Booker?
All right, so he just was asking. Oh, so let me go back. Raduni says because Booker is almost a franchise player. So I asked the question when you had stepped off about this whole Kyle Kuzma and Devin Booker trade going on, and so I was asking the chat, and Raduni says that it's not a good trade because he's a franchise player for Phoenix and they're trying to build with him. So I agree. I think they should keep him. Anthony says, I think the Lakers are trying to fix something that's not broken. I said, yeah. I said, by getting another star and diminishing his role with the Lakers. I said, because I don't know if you've been watching, D, but if you look at the way Booker's been playing this season, he's not shooting the amount of threes he was shooting in his first 4 seasons. He's been really playing from the mid-range down to the paint. And he gets to the free throw line a lot, too, this year. He's averaging a career-high free throw attempts. So I said with his style of play playing with LeBron, he becomes a spot-up shooter. And that's not his game right now.
Yeah. And he's a good shooter, but that's all LeBron and them going to try to work him for those threes. And, I don't know, man. I don't like to trade myself. But, this is how it goes. That's part of what Kevin Durant was talking about, environment being toxic, playing around LeBron James. I mean, how can any guys really be comfortable and focused on winning the championship when they're on the fucking chopping block, bro. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, so let's continue to check in the comments. Shout out to my man Anthony L. He says that the Lakers get Booker, his game in Raw on the team will be diminished the same way it affected Ingram when he was with the Lakers. Booker's will be a spot-up shooter off of kick-out passes. And my thing with LeBron is he's really got to understand what his teammates' strengths are, which is what I said that I think when it comes to spot-up shooters, he gets some open shots. But when it comes to bringing the best out of his players, LeBron has really never been good at that.
Right.
When people say that, I'm just saying criticizing. He's a great player, but I'm saying getting the best out of your teammates makes you a real, true superstar and leader, which is something LeBron has never been. And I don't care what anybody says and gets upset at that. It's the truth. And I've seen this man play since high school, but he really doesn't get the best out of his teammates. I've said that for the longest.
A guy like J.J. Redick would be good for that position if that's what they want to get, because J.J. Redick would be good for that. And LeBron would definitely find him, and J.J. Redick has that quick release. So Valanciunas wins the jump ball over Capella. Imagine that. So Memphis Grizzlies got the ball. John Morant at the top of the key, dribbles right around Eric Gordon, takes it back behind the three-point line, dribbles around the Valanciunas screen. Valanciunas hits the deck. He's back on his feet. John Morant gives up the mismatch. And Eric Gordon with a good hand in there to stop Valanciunas from going back up, 24-second violation. So good defense for the Rockets to come off of that commercial break.
Yep. All right, so James Harden has got the basketball, ladies and gentlemen. It is 75-71, just over 6 remaining, being guarded by Brooks. All right, so here we go. He gives it to Ben McLemore, shoots a deep three, and swish is it nothing but the bottom of the nylon. And the Rockets trail within one, 75-74. Go ahead, dude.
Back to a one-point game, guys. John Morant bringing the ball down, got Eric Gordon on the defense. John Morant goes around the Valanciunas screen, steps back, shoots the three, but can't make it. And McLemore skies in for the rebound. Gives the ball off to James Harden. James Harden following Valanciunas, but he decides to bring the ball back out. Anderson on the defense. James Harden doesn't call for the screen. He's got Anderson one-on-one. Dribbles, goes around Anderson inside with the short. That teardrop floater James Harden has is almost automatic. So the Rockets take the lead by one, 76-75. Anderson drives down into the lane, kicks the ball back out to Brooks. Brooks with the ball. Brooks in the clock. Right into Valanciunas for the easy dunk. Nice ball movement once again by the Memphis Grizzlies for the easy dunk by Valanciunas. 1 point lead, so we got a back and forth game here. Eric Gordon with the ball, takes the three, top of the key, right off. And Valanciunas comes down with the rebound, hands it off to Brooks. Brooks with McLemore on the defense. Brooks drives down into the lane, off the glass and scores. 79-76, 3-point lead by the Memphis Grizzlies. So James Harden with the ball, he'll bring the ball across the court, passes it off to Gordon. Gordon hesitates for the three, goes inside and misses. But Clint Capella and Valanciunas hustling for the ball, and Brooks knocks it out of bounds. So it's going to be Rockets ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. So Ben McLemore inbounds it to James Harden with Melton on him. It looks like he's going to want to try to shoot that corner three, but he's going to dribble it out. Dribbles. He's going for that. He's going for that corner step back, and looks like we got a 3-second violation in the paint. So the Houston Rockets turn it over again, 79-76. That's their 11th turnover. It's actually only their 3rd turnover in the 3rd quarter, but those can pile up quickly. Remember, they had 8 in the first half, ladies and gentlemen. So here comes Jones, who brings it up.
I think that was a 24-second violation too, fam.
Okay, got you. Grayson Allen shoots a three-pointer, misses, rebound Capella into the hands of James Harden. So a screen is set. All right. Gives it to McLemore, shoots the three, misses for the tie. Rebound Clark. Here comes Clark, gives it to Milton. Milton dribbles all the way right, brings it back out. All right, looks like he gives it to Valanciunas in the paint. Valanciunas with a turnaround, strong shot, but he just misses. Rebound Capella into the hands of James Harden. Go ahead, D.
And James Harden will bring the ball across court for the Houston Rockets. Dribbles right around. And James Harden gets double teamed, kicks the ball out to McLemore. McLemore drives down into the lane, and it looks like an offensive foul on who?
Was that on? It looks like it.
Wow, that's Capella, 5 on Clint Capella, so he's going to have to sit out, and he'll be sitting out for a while, so they'll bring in Tyson Chandler, which Tyson Chandler is a good defender. He's got legs on him since he's been sitting on the bench. So Grayson Allen with the ball kicks it to Valanciunas. Back to Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen to go down into the lane. Kicks it out to Brooks. Brooks stops, pops, and misses. And it's a rebound by the Memphis Grizzlies and a save by Clark. Nice save by Clark. Gets the ball back down low to Valanciunas. Tries to back in Tyson Chandler. And an offensive foul, Valanciunas. So it goes back to the Rockets. Turnover on the Grizzlies. 3-point game. 2 minutes, 55 seconds left in the third quarter. And we're going to commercial break, people.
All right, so like D said, man, appreciate everybody coming to the stream. Once again, we are on commercial break. And with Valanciunas, what you think about that, D? Got a chat, what you guys think, offensive foul or not?
Yeah, I think it was an offensive foul because he turned around and he pushed him. What's up, Tomoko? See you in the building, Tomoko. But yeah, man, he turned around and he pushed him. Referee caught that, so tough luck for Valanciunas. It was a slick move.
Mr. Valanciunas.
They're shooting parachutes into the crowd.
All right, guys. Again, make sure you guys like the channel. Yo, if you are a Houston Rockets fan, if you are a Memphis fan, make sure you guys check in right here with the LBFWN with Lewis and D and kick it in with the chat. Houston Rockets against the Memphis Grizzlies. All right, so getting back to the comment section, let's check the comments. Shout out to Anthony L. Appreciate that, brother, as always. He says, LeBron is good at making everyone around him better in terms of facilitating and getting open shots for his teammates, but he's not good at bringing out the best of young players. Exactly.
Facts.
That's exactly what I was talking about. I was saying no disrespect to him because he's an individual. And I said it, when it comes to having an individual IQ with the shooters that are around him, LeBron is one of the best ever. It's just when it comes to bringing the best out of his teammates is where I question his leadership. And that's what I was talking about. But, people want to say to hate him. But, like I said, he's played well this year. And by the way, congratulations to LeBron passing Isaiah Thomas on the all-time assist list. He is now 8th all-time in assists. And once again, that's what I say, whether you love him or whether you hate him, it's a heck of an accomplishment for an amazing, incredible career for LeBron James. So once again, salute to you, LeBron James. Congratulations on that feat. So if I hated, I would not be saluting you on my channel. But once again, you have to appreciate greatness whether we like it or not. So congratulations. As we go on into the chat, I just want to say that real quick. Gideon says 8-32 Hawks. Are you trying to say up by 3 against the Suns? I think that's what he was trying to say. Up by 3 against Phoenix. I've been telling Devin Booker, who is a Suns fan, in the chat. I've been letting him know about the score. Again, ladies and gentlemen, make sure y'all smash the like button, hit the subscribe for both LBFWN and D the God, the Father Jefferson on Speaking My Sports Talk. So Anthony L says, for instance, Kobe was able to bring out the best out of the young guys like Sasha and Shannon when they were young players trying to find their way on a championship team. I'm glad you mentioned this, Anthony.
Real quick, Lewis. Yeah. Real quick, Richmond, Virginia, Greg. All right, go ahead, Lewis.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, before I was going to make the comment, the game just came back. So Harden just missed a step-back 3. Valanciunas rebounds. And nice lob pass by Jones all the way to Brandon Clark at the other end. Memphis pushes it up, and they now lead 81-76. Go ahead, dude.
All right, 5-point lead. See if the Rockets can work it down before they go into the fourth quarter. James Harden with the ball. James Harden surveying the land. James Harden gets the ball off to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon goes right down into the lane, right inside. Nice scoop layup by Eric Gordon. 78-81, 3-point lead. Brooks with the ball, kicks it to Valanciunas, back to Brooks. Brooks kicks it to the corner to Allen. Allen back over to Brooks. Brooks to Clark. Clark drives inside and stolen. Nice eye by McLemore to get into that passing lane and steal the ball. So James Harden with the pass to McLemore. McLemore down inside but can't score. Misses the layup. And Valanciunas with the ball down in the post has James Harden on in the mismatch. Nice spin move by Valanciunas and turn around and dunk the ball. But James Harden's too small for him, so I think James Harden did the right thing and just let him have the dunk. Well, that would have been a 3-point play.
Yeah. All right, so James Harden's got the basketball double screen set at the top of the key. And so he gets to switch, and he's got Milton on him, and he's going to dribble that basketball. So let's see. Nice handles by Harden. Gets it to the paint. Nice floater off the glass and scores. And now it's 83-80. And looks like we have a timeout once again with 1 minute remaining left in the third quarter. And like I said, like ladies and gentlemen, like D was talking about, guys, James Harden's floater, he has that on automatic. You could just call it automatic. He can shoot it going straight down the middle, going from either side, and he can also kiss it off the glass. And I think as a player, you want to have that in your repertoire. I think that's important because,
sure.
And that's why I said that James. Go ahead, D.
No, I was just saying for sure.
Yeah, because like again, you add a dimension to your game. It's like you could go to something different. So now it makes it harder for the opponent to guard you because it's like they're thinking you're coming out with one thing. And it's like I always say, when you're a very skilled player, you never show the same move twice.
Right.
Because then you don't know what you're going to get. You never know what you're going to get with that player. That's what makes a player damn near unguardable. And then you just have to hope and pray that, you're missing shots. Because if you're not missing shots and you just hit a person with a variety of moves, look out. All right, so let's get back into the chat.
Gray said, dope. Tune in from LA. Yeah, great. I'm from Richmond, Virginia, but I'm actually in Columbus, Ohio right now. But we do appreciate you out there in sunny LA tuning in with Basketball Live, Lewis and D. Appreciate you, Gray.
And make sure you guys, again, so shout out to you, brother. And make sure you guys subscribe to both channels as well. Make sure you guys smash the like button for both channels as well. So Anthony L was saying, for instance, Kobe was able to, well, before I get to that comment, the game just came back. So John Morant's got the basketball, seconds remaining, just under a minute for the third quarter. He crosses over Gordon, gets it to the paint. Beautiful left-handed layup and scores. John Morant's got some exceptional handle. And the Grizzlies lead 85-80. Take this one, D.
All right, James Harden with the ball. He'll bring it across court for the Houston Rockets. James Harden on the wing kicks the ball to P.J. Tucker. P.J. Tucker gives the ball back to James Harden. James Harden double teamed immediately. They pull back off double team. James Harden got John Morant on him. 1-on-1. James Harden step back three and drains it right in the face of John Morant. Take that, rookie. 83-85. 25 seconds left in the third quarter. 3-second differential in the game and the shot clock. John Morant with the ball at the top of the key. He's got Eric Gordon on the defense. John Morant draining the clock down. Drives inside and a lob into Clark. But it's an offensive basket interference. Clark tried to push the ball in. The dunk came out. He tried to push it in with the other hand. So the referees got him on that. So James Harden with the ball. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Doesn't seem like as much desperation by James Harden. Dribbles. Harden waits, step back, three, and just missed it. So it's 83-85, 2-point game going into the fourth quarter. I think this is good for the Houston Rockets because they were down by as many as 8. You don't want to go into the fourth quarter trailing by too much. So to bring this game back down to 2, that's manageable. Basically, it's a 2-0 game going into the fourth quarter. Whoever wins the fourth quarter wins the game.
All right. So it is the end of the third quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We got a 2-point game. Actually, both teams actually scored very low in the third quarter. It was only 22-18 in that third quarter. So Rockets went up 4 right there. So it's a 2-point game, 85-83. Shout out to everybody coming through right now for the LBFWN and Speaking My Sports Talk. Make sure you guys both like videos of the stream, and make sure you guys subscribe, and make sure you guys share the stream.
G Money
so
said.
Let me get back to him.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, D.
No, I was just gonna say G Money said the Hawks up by 9 now.
Yeah. All right, so Anthony L was saying, I didn't get to finish that. So he says, for instance, Kobe was able to bring out the best out of young guys like Sasha Vujic, Shannon Brown when they were young players trying to find their way on the championship team. Now, see, Kobe got this stigma for being a bad teammate and being very selfish and narcissistic, which he was in his early years with the Lakers when him and Shaq in Kobe's prime, and Kobe was entering his prime when he was young, and he was a great talent. But I wouldn't say he was a great player. I would say he was a great talent with Shaq. I would say that Kobe's leadership was a lot better in the second go around when he won back-to-back titles with the Lakers with Pau Gasol and Sasha and Bynum. And, you know, those guys, all of them, they rave about Kobe and the great teammate he had. And Kobe, said it, and you guys should check out All the Smoke with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson. That was actually Kobe did a great job being a leader on that team. And he actually said that he enjoys those teammates a lot because it was actually a very close-knit group. So he really is very close with a lot of those guys to this day. So it just shows you the type of player that Kobe was. All the stigma that he got, you know, he was able to prove people wrong that he could be a leader on the championship team and being the alpha of that too. All right, so let me just look at the last comment. Jay said, I left you a comment on it when you dropped the video earlier that it would be a career suicide for James Jones, the Destroyer, if he were to trade Devin Booker for Kyle Kuzma. True that. We're going to get back to that on that and check the other chats. But the fourth quarter has started, so D, go ahead and take this one.
All right, Ja Morant with the ball, directing traffic, passes the ball over to Brooks. Brooks with McLemore on the defense. Kicks the ball off. Oh, and Allen takes a swipe across the face, I think, by P.J. Tucker. And I think he'll go to the line. Are they calling that a shooting foul?
That might be side out of bounds.
P.J. was swiping for the ball and swiped it right across the eye. Yep, it's going to be out of bounds. Out of bounds. So Brooks will bring the ball in for Memphis. Brooks passed the ball in to Ja Morant. Ja Morant drives down into the lane, shoots the ball in, and what a crazy score by Ja Morant, man. Gosh, this kid is amazing. So 87-83, Eric Gordon with the ball. Eric Gordon step back jumper and drains the three. 1 point game, guys, 86-87. Nice step back jumper by Eric Gordon. And Ja Morant will bring the ball back down, kicks it off to Brooks. Brooks dribble down inside, turnaround jumper, misses right off the front of the rim. Austin Rivers with the rebound. He'll kick it to Eric Gordon, and Eric Gordon with another three-pointer, and he misses that long. Grayson Allen comes with it and plows right into Austin Rivers, but Austin Rivers is hurt bad.
Let's see this replay. Oh wow, he fell on his hand, and then it's touching the bottom of his tailbone. Looks like on his back.
Oh wow, his hand and his back. Wow, and I think that should have definitely been an offensive foul, man. This dude came with his shoulder first, like a fullback. I don't understand some of these calls with these referees, but justice is served because he misses the free throws. House Jr. with the ball, and
so the offensive foul was on House, so they turned it right back.
Right.
Yeah, moving screen, illegal moving screen. All right, so Morant's got the ball. It is 89-86, early part of the fourth quarter. Morant gives it to Grayson Allen. Grayson Allen is dribbled. He gives the ball to Justin Jackson. Puts a move on Eric Gordon. Tries to hesitate. Looks like he stepped out of bounds before that, but he might have been pushed a little bit, so they called a foul, a pushing foul on Eric Gordon. Yeah, because he stepped out of bounds when he made that pass, but he got pushed a little bit. So let's look at the replay right here. Yeah, he tried a little half hezzy. Yeah, his right foot touched out of bounds. Because I was going to say his left foot did, but his right foot did.
I don't know how that was a pushing foul on Eric Gordon. He was holding his ground, but it is what it is. So John Morant with the ball at the top of the key. Austin Rivers on the defense. Good to see Austin Rivers in the game. And a lob inside to Jackson Jr. Nice lob by John Morant. 91-86, 5-point game. Memphis Grizzlies up. Austin Rivers with the ball. Has Grayson Allen on the defense. And so this time it's Grayson Allen on the foul. I thought they were going to call another move, illegal screen on the Rockets.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Just John Morant has excellent court vision, man. Excellent court vision. So PJ Tucker with the ball trying to find some help. And it's going to be another foul on PJ Tucker. Silly foul by PJ Tucker. He bent out and stuck out his butt to try to screen the guy coming around on the defense. Justin Jackson steps right up for a 3-pointer and misses, so the Rockets will get the ball right back. Still the same score. Austin Rivers with the ball. Dribbles around the PJ Tucker screen. Austin Rivers kicked the ball to McLemore in the corner. McLemore drains the three. 89-91, down to a 2-point game. John Morant with the ball.
Grayson Allen shoots a 3 and he misses. Right into the hands of Austin Rivers. So Austin decides to shoot a 3 right back and he knocks it down. And the Houston Rockets retake the lead 92-91. Big time shot. Looks like Austin Rivers is okay after that hard fall he took from Grayson Allen. So nice shot. Big time shot by Austin Rivers. He puts the ball between the leg once and just pulls it back. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rockets are up 92-91. We're at a timeout. Once again, you're catching Rockets and Grizzlies on the LBFWN.
Freddie G stepped in the building. What's good with you, Freddie G? My man Martin Machine over here said, yo, AI gave it to Kobe while he was in Philly. Yeah, he did. He gave it to Kobe. But ultimately, they lost.
Yep. All right, man. So let's check out the chat real quick. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, smash the like button, hit the subscribe on the LBFWN and speak to my sports song, Lewis and D, Basketball Live, Rockets against Grizzlies. Appreciate everybody coming through in the building. And shout out to Freddie Gee with the donation on the Cash App. Appreciate you, my brother. If you guys would also like the Cash App, also, again, there is my Cash App on the screen. That's if you guys have it. But once again, it's not mandatory. That's if you would like to. But appreciate it, Freddie. Appreciate it with the donation, though.
Freddie G, that's what's up, Freddie. Respect to you, fam.
Respect. All right, so my man Jay says LeBron plays with an I deserve mindset. Kobe played with an earned mindset.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
No, Jay's been coming with the nice names, man. He called the paint the Pride Box in the 90s.
Right.
That was a real nice name. Shout out to Raduni. He says, I think Westbrook should be more focused on improving his defense. It's funny, man, because I really feel like there's moments where I feel like he's done a good job defensively, and then there's just other moments where I feel like he just doesn't really play the effort, because for a while now, when he was in Oklahoma City, he was leading the league in lack of contested shots when guarding his man one-on-one, which just told me he didn't really make the effort to play on defense. And I told you that Russell Westbrook has a tendency to play the mano-a-mano and really not focus, which is, I told you, his biggest weakness is himself when it comes to his lack of IQ. And that's why I kind of question of why coming to the Houston Rockets. I mean, it's good in the fact that because he's playing with James Harden, but I just felt like, I said IQ-wise, I said if he could just improve his decision-making, I said that he could be even more scary. Because it's like Westbrook and Harden, they have the talent. It's just the IQ they're missing. Their IQ would complete their games, and it would make the Rockets even more dangerous. So I'll check the chats once again, but the game is back, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll check in the next time out. All right. So John Morant has got the basketball, gives it to Solomon Hill, who gives it to Brooks, who gives it to Justin Jackson Jr. right, so Justin takes it to the paint. He tries to push it with the left hand, but misses off the glass. Gives it to Brooks for three. He misses. Tap out by Memphis. It's getting second shot opportunity. So here's Milton. He gets it, shoots it, and he knocks it down. So second chance points. And the offensive rebounding hurting on those long shots. And Memphis now leads 93-92. Go ahead, take it, D.
All right. So Eric Gordon bringing the ball across the court. Eric Gordon almost lost the ball. Gets it over to Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers back to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon to drive down into the lane and just off the front of the rim. And Melton brings the ball down. Has House Jr. on the defense. Melton gets the ball over to Hill. Hill kicks it to Brook. Brook tries to drive on Rivers, but great defense by Austin Rivers to stop the lane, to clog up the lane. Brooks backs down. Austin Rivers turn around jumper, and they're going to call a foul on Austin Rivers. Wow, that was clean defense. Come on, refs. Let's look at the replay. That's clean defense.
I thought he defended well, but I think he got a piece of the arm at the I would say like the top of the wrist at the last second. I thought he played good defense up until he got that little piece right there. I don't like it because it's ticky tack, but they're gonna call it regardless.
It's absolutely disgusting, bro, because he barely, even in slow motion, he barely touched his wrist. Barely. Like fingertips, man. These referees are disgusting this season.
I know, but they're going to call it, unfortunately. I mean, I could see a legit smack, but it wasn't even much, but they're going to call it. So Brooks knocks down the free throws, and it's 95-92 Memphis. We got a good game, guys. Really good game. So Eric Gordon brings the ball up, shoots it from the right side, three-pointer, drains it, and he just ties the game like that at 95. I told you, both teams could score very quick. All right, go ahead, D.
All right, so Clark Brooks with the ball at the top, kicks it over to John Morant. John Morant will dribble down, passes to Hill in the corner, and Hill with the corner three. The big man knocks the three down, 98-95. James Harden back in the game. So James Harden dribbles around the P.J. Tucker screen, got Chris on rematch. Justin Jackson Jr. with the hand on the ball, and the Austin over to House Jr. in the corner. House can't hit the shot. John Morant comes down with the rebound. Morant kicks the ball back to Hill. Hill for another three-pointer, but he can't hit that. James Harden with the rebound. He'll bring the ball over for the Rockets. Has Brooks on the defense. James Harden surveying the landscape. Dribbles on Brooks. Tries to drive. Steps back out. Brooks good defense to stay in front of James Harden. James Harden dribbles left, dribbles right, comes down inside, and nice block by Jackson Jr. Hill takes the ball inside and just missed the score. Eric Gordon comes down with the rebound. Gordon brings the ball over, gives it to House Jr. House Jr. fouled inside by look like Hill and Jackson Jr. But they're going to get Jackson Jr. with the foul and then a tech. I don't even know why Jackson Jr. was crying. He reached in, he hit him with the shoulder. So, you got to keep it calm, man. They were up by 3, but they got a technical foul and they got the foul. So, James Harden will shoot the technical foul. These are the type of plays that changes momentum. Ties a team up immediately, James Harden drains the first free throw. And Rockets.
So it's not.
Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Louis. No doubt, man. You good. It's 98-96. So looks like Eric Gordon will take a seat, and looks like PJ Tucker check back in. All right. So James Harden shoots a 3-pointer, misses. I don't like that shot by James, man. They could have got a better shot. All right, maybe the shot clock was going down, but Milton, he draws all the way, kicks it out to Brooks, who pump fakes, dribbles right, takes the three-pointer, dribbles left, I should say, and he knocks it down. Memphis with a 101-96 lead.
I think they should review that because I could have swore I saw his foot on the line.
They'll probably look at it on the timeout or maybe on the next dead ball. So James Harden with the basketball. McLemore sets a screen on two guys. So now he gets Morant on him. Interesting matchup right here. Harden dribbles all the way to the lane, gets to the basket. He gets blocked again. And Memphis is pushing him. Morant with the ball. Oh, nice crossover. And nice pass to Hill. But he misses the layup. Looks like he got fouled, but they didn't call it. And Austin Rivers gets the ball. He brings it back down. I told you both teams could score in bunches. Nice crossover by Rivers, but he gets blocked by Jackson. Nice rejection. Here comes Memphis right back. Morant, transition three, and he knocks it down, ladies and gentlemen. 104-96. Back and forth action we go. That was actually some exciting basketball right there, even without the score, but until Morant knocked it down. 5:30 remaining timeout. Houston. 104-96.
So the Memphis Grizzlies open up an 8-point lead, guys. 5 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That's not good for the Houston Rockets because the last time the Memphis Grizzlies opened up a 5-point lead, they went on to extend that thing to 10. And if that should happen here, then bye-bye Houston.
Yep. So let's check to see what is going on in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate everybody coming through. Again, make sure you guys smash the like button, hit the subscribe on the LBFWN and Speaking About Sports Talk. We watching Houston Rockets against the Memphis Grizzlies. So G Money says the Suns lost to the Hawks by 13. I keep telling y'all, man, the Suns, they just lack poise in close games. I've been saying it.
I'm sorry, Lewis. I was about to do that. Run down the scores for the other games.
No, go ahead. You can do it.
All right. Well, so thank you, G Money. He just gave us the final 123-110 Rockets. The Hawks over the Suns. And Utah Jazz, 10 straight wins. I just put a video out about the Utah Jazz being a revived team. So 118-107, they beat the Nets. And currently we're locked up 96-104 Grizzlies and the Rockets. Knicks is 6 minutes and 4 seconds left, 114-89. They will not come back on the Bucks. And those are your scores around the league, everybody.
All right. Shout out to G Jefferson, man, for doing the scores for you guys. And, we don't always do that on the LBFWN and on Speaking About Sports Talk. So appreciate D with the NBA score analysis for the scores around the league, as we like to do. And we only get it on this stream and on Speaking My Sports Talk, as we always do, guys. So, again, we are at a timeout, and let's just look at the chat real quick.
Real quick, Lewis, thank you. I wanted to shout out and thank Freddie G. Freddie G just made a donation to Speaking My Sports Talk. Really appreciate you, Freddie G.
And again, guys, if you want, again, you don't have to, but if you would like to donate, you can see the Cash App right there on my ticker on my channel, and I'm pretty sure D is doing it on his. So once again, smash the like button and hit the subscribe for bottles, man. LBFWN and Speaking About Sports Talk. Shout out to the Utah Jazz with their 10th straight win over Brooklyn. That's impressive considering how they had a tough schedule to start the season. I'll get back to the Utah Jazz in a moment, but the game is back, ladies and gentlemen. James Harden with the basketball, getting with Justin Jackson on him. James Harden takes it 1-on-5, takes it to the basket. He misses, and Morant gives it to Brooks, lobs it up to Milton, and he dunks it. Ooh, and he claps it on the ground. Nice lob. Woo. And Memphis now has a 10-point lead.
And I just said that the last time they increased the lead to 5, they went on to increase it to 10. And here we are, 10-point lead.
And PJ Tucker with the pass, but looks like they called a foul on Jackson, and Jackson is complaining again. I will say this about young teams, especially when you got teams that can tend to overreact. When you commit a foul and you know it's obvious, oh, come on, Justin Jackson, why are you crying, bro? You hooked Capella, bro. Like, there's no way you could be complaining about that. And those are how you can get young teams when you have players like that get upset. It always takes a coach to try to get your players to settle down. And this is what the Phoenix Suns are suffering, but in close games. You need poised veterans, and you need to have poise. That's how you eventually become a champion. You have to learn to be poised, especially when you start to face a little adversity.
Did they give him a tech?
Yeah, no, they did not give him a tech.
Well, James Harden just shot a technical foul. He's out of the game, right? Well, somebody else must have got the last tech, but James Harden just shot a technical foul.
Somebody might have gotten it. So Harden misses the three. Capella gets the rebound, kicks it out to McLemore, and he's been huge in this game, folks. He knocks down another three, and it's 106-100. I don't know what they'd be without McLemore's three-point shooting.
Yeah, no doubt, man. McLemore's been coming up huge for them in a lot of games. He's starting to remind you of the Houston Rockets' Robert Ory.
Right? So Morant to Clark, who draws the foul.
Wow, inside the Clark, there was a foul, but the referees in these late whistles, man, I just want to strangle the referees this season. I mean, you got to be kidding me.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous. That should have been called a long time ago. Like, Tucker clearly fouled him, man. He should have waited too late. And I just wanted to say before that, that left-handed pass by John Morant to dump it in the post like that was a thing of beauty.
Yeah.
Like, y'all don't understand. This is a right-handed player making a beautiful left-handed pass in the paint to get a score on the inside to Clark as he knocks down both free throws, and it's 108-100. The talent that John Morant has, I'm telling you, the sky's the ceiling for this kid. So James Harden with the basketball, he gets dribbled by Brooks. He gets into the paint, dribbles around, he misses, rebound. Well, not even rebound. It was deflected by Clark. And he gives it to Morant. So under 4 remaining, the Grizzlies have a chance to knock off a top team in the Western Conference in the Houston Rockets. This would be huge for them as they continue to try to hopefully see if they could possibly even move up beyond the 8th seed and play better. So Brooks takes it to the paint, no foul call, and he just loses the ball and into the hands of Eric Gordon, who dribbles all the way to the basket. He scores, and it's a 6-point game. So, again, we got another barn burner good one, man. So, again, take it away, D.
Eric Gordon really drives that lane well, man, to be so short. I mean, he's not a short guy, but he's short on that court compared to everyone else. So, Valanciunas with the ball gives it off to Clark. Clark kicks it to John Morant. John Morant with Eric Gordon on the defense, dribbles around the Clark screen right down into the lane and kind of trips and got fouled, and they'll give him that and one play, and here we go again. So we're going to have to see the replay. It didn't appear that anybody hit John Morant. It seems like John Morant lost control again, but okay, yeah. PJ Tucker got the reach in right there. So good call by the refs that time. And great ball control and strength by John Morant. He doesn't look as strong as he is, but he held a hold of that ball, put it up anyway, and now he's trying to convert the three-point play, which he does. He drains the three, so it's 111-102. 9-point lead, but it's still 3 minutes and 15 seconds left to go in this game. So this game is not over yet, guys. 9 points is not a lot of points. Not with the way this league shoots three-pointers. So James Harden with the ball at the top of the key has Brooks on the defense. Kicks it to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon for a three. Eric Gordon can't hit. John Morant comes down with yet another rebound. And John Morant will drive the ball down in the lane, kick it out. And they can't hit the shot. Clint Capella comes down with the rebound. James Harden to bring the ball across court. It's about time for James Harden to take this game into his hand. He kicks it to Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon fakes. And fakes the shot, puts the ball up, scores, and he'll go to the line for a 3-point play. Nice fake by Eric Gordon. He faked it into Clint Capella. They bit, and then he put the short jump hook up. So good move by Eric Gordon.
Agreed. And he knocks down the free throw. So now it's a 6-point game, ladies and gentlemen. And now John Morant brings the ball up, and we're just reaching just under 2.5 remaining in this game, fourth quarter. Eric Gordon with 23 points. He has 11 big fourth quarter points. All right, John Morant shoots a three-pointer. Ooh, and it's a big-time shot. And John Morant puts the Grizzlies up 9, 114-105. Here comes James Harden, kind of traveled there, but gets the foul call because he got fouled before that. So Harden will go to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Did you see how easily Harden tapped that ball back up there for the score?
Yeah, that's one thing. But how about the fact that John Morant faked that jab step so bad that he flew James Harden back and he had a ton of space to shoot that 3-pointer? I noticed that John Morant has some nice fundamentals to his game for a young player.
You know what else he have? He got some damn ostrich legs. That motherfucking jab step was damn near by the free throw line, that long leg fool. Man, that jab step was way out there, dog.
So John Morant is really a male ostrich. He probably running at about 60 miles an hour. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. And James Harden misses a free throw. The Rockets are shooting horribly from the free throw line tonight. James Harden, that's actually only his first miss, but the Rockets as a team haven't been shooting well from the free throw line. And, oh, wow, John Morant lazily gets the ball across the court and pulls down an 8-second violation. So you got to get that ball across the line. Rookie mistake.
Oh, and it looks like the ball went out of bounds, and Memphis is saying that pass went out of bounds on Houston. It should be so they're gonna look. They're gonna check it. They're gonna look at it. They're gonna take a look at it. 145 remaining in this game. It is 10 seconds on the shot clock for Houston. So let's see. Capella dribbles, and that bounce pass. Well, I think Morant touched that ball.
Oh, come on, John Morant.
Let me see that. Yeah, dude. And your body went into that, so that should be Houston basketball, in my opinion. But they are going to take a look at it. So while we are looking at that, let us look into the chat.
Well, you know what else, too? Because John Morant's hollering. So let's say Clint Capella did, the ball went around him. Then you just fouled him. That should be a foul. Because that's body contact and you didn't get the ball, right? So that should be a foul. So it should either be out on John Morant or a foul on John Morant.
Either way.
Right.
It's on John Morant. Blame it on John Morant. All right. So shout out to Freddie Gee says that this is the first time that he's hearing about booking to the Lakers. Yeah, it's in the news, bro. There's multiple reports on it. Bleacher Report, Clutch Points. You can pretty much look anywhere. Yahoo. Reporting about it. Yep. Shout out to my man RB The Breakthrough, who also reported this on his channel about Devin Booker possibly getting traded to the Lakers for Kyle Kuzma. I honestly think that the Lakers should be looking at more playmaking, not really more so with Devin Booker, in my opinion. So they need to look there. They need to get better defensively defending the 3. They're 24th in the league at defending the 3. So they need to focus on getting a playmaker, and they need to focus on, defending the 3. Because they don't want to go against good 3-point shooting teams, especially teams that are kind of like more complete in the playoffs. So that's what my focus would be on. And just hope, and like I said, try to stay injury free, because I keep telling people all this other time, as well as the Lakers have played, I'm kind of concerned with AD when it comes to his injuries.
Lana said, what the fuck? What the F? She said, I listened really quickly, and Lewis is talking ostriches.
We was talking about John Morant's legs, because D was talking about how he said he's got ostrich legs with the way that he moves and with the way they look, too. And I was just saying, with the way he jab stepped James Harden, it looks like he could just take 1 foot. 1 foot with the way he plants his feet like that. He made James fall back so fast and so far.
Yeah. All right, so 1:46 seconds left. 8-point lead. Memphis with the ball. John Morant kicks it over to Jackson Jr. Jackson Jr. to Brooks. Brooks steps back. Eric Gordon on the defense. Brooks puts the 3 up and drains it right in Eric Gordon's face. Great defense by Eric Gordon. 117-106. And I think that was the dagger for the Houston Rockets. James Harden gets blocked driving down into the lane. I believe that was the dagger. Layla, can we get it? Can we get it, Layla?
Layla, we're looking for it.
We're looking for it, Layla.
She right about that. Ja's dogging. That's facts.
Yeah, Ja Morant is beasting. Okay, Capella with the layup inside. I guess Layla not feeling it yet. She don't feel like it's there. So
I think she's still confused from the ostrich comment that I was talking about. Well, that kind of started with you, D, but I kind of followed up on it. But anyway, Brooks, he dribbles, he overshoots. It's an air ball. Melton with a nice bounce pass to Clark on the recovery, and he scores, and they go back up by 11, and that might have been Brooks' three was pretty much the dagger, but that pretty much iced it right there, in my opinion, probably. All right. So James Harden takes a step back three, as usual. He misses, and looks like we got a foul, looks like on Brooks in the paint with 40 seconds remaining in this game. Well, Justin Jackson's putting his hand up. Wow, he's actually taking responsibility because he's been complaining about fouls that he hasn't committed. But okay, so it just shows James Harden's got 41 points. It's his 93rd career 40-point game, 5th straight with 40 points against Memphis.
Damn, this dude had 40 points tonight? What the hell, bro?
41.
Oh, Clint Capella hits the first three-pointer. Free throw.
He made the free throw. I was at three-pointer.
Yeah.
All right, Clint makes the second free throw, so it's 119-110 in favor of the Memphis Grizzlies. So John Morant faces a double team in the backcourt. You better not have another 8 second. Nice job by Melton bringing the ball up. Good. That's a good recognition. Dribbling around and he gets the foul. So good job by Melton pushing that ball up. They don't want to have another 8 second violation, giving the Rockets a chance to cut into this game. Because it'll stop the clock. But he'll go to the free throw line to extend this lead back up to 11. So he has that opportunity. And his first free throw is good.
So this game is pretty much over. But I wanted to what's that, Louis?
Hold on, my fault, D. Layla just put it up. She said over. Yeah, we seeing it now.
There we go.
It is over.
I've been waiting for that, Layla. But yeah, so this game is pretty much over anyway. And it's been that way ever since Brooke hit that shot. But this is what I wanted to say. The Rockets really needed to win this game. And they dropped it, but they needed to win because here's the skinny on it, guys. The Rockets were sitting in 4th place with 26 wins, 12 losses, right? Well, in 5th place was the Clippers with 27 wins, 13 losses. Now, instead of the Rockets, moving up to 3rd place with this win, they dropped down to 6th place. That's how tight it is from 7 to the 2nd spot in the West Coast. One game could cost you to drop from 2nd to 6th, basically. These guys are all 1 or 2 games apart from each other. It's the same way in the Eastern Conference too, man. Like, this is going to be an exciting playoff. This is why it's going to be an exciting playoff, because in the Eastern Conference from 2 to 7, well, we'll say 2 to 6. From 2 to 6, it's literally 3 teams have 25 wins and the other 2 teams have 27 wins. That's how it is in the Eastern Conference. So, man, this playoff is going to be sick. I think almost anybody can win, and teams better stay healthy, because if you lose a main guy, that's your ass, buddy.
No, for real. So, ladies and gentlemen, the game has ended. Memphis wins 121-110. Any Houston fans in the building, any Memphis fans in the building, appreciate you guys. If you didn't get a chance to come through, probably we didn't get any, but still appreciate you guys as it is anyway for coming through on this game. So Memphis wins by 11. He had called the dagger a while ago from Brooks' 3-pointer, so they win. And as he was mentioning, this Western Conference it's even tighter than it looks. It's even tighter than it looks. And I even said at the top, D was talking about the middle of the pack at the bottom. and he was talking about from 2 through 6. But it was like, even when you look at the 1 seed with the Lakers at 33-7, you got 2 teams. I think the Jazz got their 28th win, so they're 28-12 right now, and they're only down 5 games from the number 1 spot. And then you got the Nuggets and you got the Clippers. Two teams who I look who have not kind of played their best basketball. And I still think, in my opinion, these are 2 teams that to me still have their best basketball is yet to come. In the Nuggets and the Clippers, which is crazy. Just considering, like I said, how good these teams are. I mean, every team has weaknesses, but I still feel like there's another gear to go to when it comes to these basketball teams. When it comes to that, and like D said, the second half we're going to see better basketball from a lot of these teams as we get ready for that stretch run. You know, that's called the march to the postseason in March.
Yeah, bro.
Right, look, I'll take another good one.
One thing before we leave, bro. The Utah Jazz. Remember, we was gonna speak on them a little bit.
Oh no, I wasn't ready to leave you. I was actually gonna say something.
But okay. Go ahead. No, I thought you was going to leave.
No doubt. Sometimes I say that, but I was gonna follow it up with something. But I was just gonna say that it was another good one. With you guys on this game. We always appreciate you guys. Coming through for the games. But I did want to speak on the Utah Jazz. G Money had put the comment up earlier, and then we're gonna kick it in with the chat, and then put up these final stats, and then we're gonna close out. Like we were saying, G Money had talked about that the Jazz have won their 10th straight game. People have said about, the Jazz, they're really not, they're not as legit because they're facing some easy competition right now. And what we have to understand is, guys, is maybe it's not impressive that the Jazz are beating some of these weak teams, but what have we said about these other teams in the league? If the Clippers don't win their games against some of these teams, I'm going to give them smoke and they should have beaten this team. And a lot of people are saying, well, the Clippers are not really playing as hard because they're getting ready for the playoffs, or they're not playing as hard because they're preparing for the Lakers. Well, think about that logic. If the Clippers really want to face the Lakers, you would put yourself, if the Lakers are going to stay at number 1, the Clippers would have to lose so many games to be 8th. That to me would be stupid because they wouldn't get home court advantage. That's one. And then number 2, even if they do knock off the Lakers, it's like they would have to play every single series on the road because every seed is pretty much higher. And it just doesn't make sense from a Clippers standpoint because they need to, first of all, they got issues with chemistry. So that's important. They got to take care of that. But before I continue, let me lay off the Clippers for a second. Getting back to the Jazz. It's impressive that they've won 10 straight considering the schedule that they had early in the season. And you remember this, we were talking about the Jazz being one of the better teams in the league just because of the additions they had, right?
Right.
And they're doing this without Mike Conley. And remember, Mike Conley had a horrific start to the season. It was horrifically bad with the way he was playing.
Right.
And the fact that even though he's hurt, it's been a blessing in disguise for the Jazz. Donovan Mitchell's playing better. People forget also the addition of Jordan Clarkson coming off the bench, for Utah, getting him from Cleveland for the trade for Dante Exum has really given them a boost off the bench. And I said that they didn't really have a 6-man that could give them punch. So they have that now, and they're playing a lot better. And their staple's going to be defense.
Right, for sure.
So they've really played well. So, what are your thoughts on I know you said you have put a video on the Jazz, and I know you've also put on, you talked about the Nuggets. But what are your thoughts about the Jazz in this 10-game win streak? And then you guys can chime in the chat. What do you guys think about the Jazz?
Well, I think that this 10-game win streak is what the Jazz needed. Because see, this is something people got to realize. And I was just talking about the West Coast, how tight that those seeds are as far as where we are. We're only halfway through the season, but they're only like 1 or 2 games away from each other. And the thing with the Utah Jazz is they've beaten the better teams. They've beaten the Bucks. 103-101, they beat the Bucks. They beat the 76ers. They've played the Clippers 3 times, and believe it or not, guys, they're 2-1 against the Clippers. So they've beaten the Clippers twice. And both times they beat the Clippers, it was convincingly. One game they beat them, I think it was like 120 to 109 or something like that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, they've beaten them pretty convincingly. Two games out of 3. So the Utah Jazz, they're settling down. They're getting into their flow, their chemistry. Players have to still learn each other. You pick up rookies. You acquire guys off of trades, so you got to get adjusted to those offensive sets. It's timing, knowing where guys are going to be on fast breaks, and they're getting settled. And Donovan Mitchell is coming back alive. And so the Utah Jazz are going to be very dangerous.
All right. So let's look into the chat real quick. Shout out to G Money. He says this was a gut check win for the Grizzlies. Memphis is super fun to watch, and they should get more national TV games. I think the more they continue to play, the more they're going to get airtime. It's just a matter of them continuing to win. But people can't sleep on this team. It's like Anthony L said, and Jay was saying as well. This is a young team that has nothing to lose. And the most dangerous team is a team that has nothing to lose and they're just playing, and having fun. A team that's not expected to win. That's what's so dangerous. And I told you, they have nice young pieces. And that John Morant kid, I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, man.
I could potentially, this guy is an all-star to me / superstar in the making. I think he has that kind of potential. Now, we got to wait and see where his game goes, obviously, because he's just a rookie. But I think if he continues to expand his game and really stays focused, this guy could be a potential superstar, guys. I mean, this guy was the number 2 pick in the draft for a reason, because he's that talented. So we have to see where his game grows, obviously, because it's very early because he's a rookie year. But I think the impact that he's had with the Grizzlies, along with these young players, I mean, and with the veteran and Valanciunas, they play hard. They got some heart. I mean, you saw the way they just played against Houston tonight. Big win. Big win.
Huge win.
It's a scary team. And at first I was kind of thinking about G Money, but it was like, he's absolutely right, though. I actually have to agree with him. If I'm the Lakers, that's a team that I would not want to play, especially with the way that they play, because the Lakers are not one of the fastest paced teams, especially because their team is really predicated on their front line. So I think that it's important that the Lakers, their mindset, if they were to play an AFC Grizzlies team, if the Lakers stay at 1, they have to keep the game. They have to use their size to their advantage. If they start to play a track meet, it's going to be dangerous for the older players, especially in particular LeBron, because he can't play at that pace. He will slow down. So let's keep looking at the comments. Shout out to Timmons G-Spot, man. I haven't seen him in a while. Hope everything is good with you, bro. He says the Rockets have hard games coming up before the playoffs. They haven't played the Lakers yet. That's true. I've been wondering how come the Rockets haven't played the Lakers all season yet. I've been wondering that, but they will be playing them soon, though. And it's just usually this time of year that the games are on ABC now, because ABC actually has a doubleheader on Saturday. So I've been looking forward to that. All right. Let's see.
Freddie G said, Bojan has.
He took off his mic. I didn't even know. I thought his mic was still on.
It is.
So
it's on. My daughter was running the water.
Oh, I see. All right. So, what you want to call? Let me just go back. I think I went too far. Let me see. All right. Let me just go back.
Yeah, that chatter skipped on you, bro.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I just usually catch up.
All right, here we go. Layla said, see, I see she's a Rudy G guy. Yo, Layla's got too many guys in the league. She's a Patrick Mahomes guy. She's a Lamar Jackson guy. She's a Rudy guy.
Rudy Gobert.
Too many guys. Kawhi Leonard guy. I'll tell you, man.
That's your dude, Layla, Rudy Gobert.
I thought you said, it sounded like you said Gogurt, the yogurt that they sell in the supermarket.
Nah, I just called him, I know it's Rudy Gobert, but I just called him Rudy Gobert.
All right, I got breaking news. Layla is a D guy and a Lewis guy. Appreciate you, Layla. All right, cool.
That's what's up.
All right, so Jay says, the Rockets look like they want the Lakers and Clippers in the same bracket and them in the bottom bracket. Rockets could go on a long run of wins anytime. The Clippers will continue to low manage. Yeah, the Clippers are going to continue to low manage. I think it's a little bit dangerous for the Clippers, considering with Paul George and Kawhi Leonard, because they have to have their chemistry good by playoff time. So that's the danger about that. And I also think that I'm a little weary of how they depend on the scoring with Montrezl Harrell, though, as well.
Yeah.
I've kind of noticed that when he is more of a scorer, it kind of takes away their defense a little bit. And another thing is what I said, when they played the Lakers on Christmas, I noticed when AD would step out and shoot, he would not guard him when they would use the pick and roll. So I said that the Clippers, they need to fix that come the playoff time. And again, so the Clippers, with their question mark, it's going to be obviously the health of Leonard and George. Obviously, can you depend on Paul George, because he does tend to do a lot of disappearing acts. The Clippers lack a playmaker and they lack rim protection. And they do have this thing of complacency, even though they're not going really as hard in the regular season. So, they got some question marks of their own, even though people have said they look legit, and obviously they're a contender because they are deep, though. So they are deep at every position, but they still lack size in terms of the rim protection, because they need that.
Clippers also struggle with lengthy teams.
Yes.
They struggle with lengthy teams. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just going to say, you saw it on Christmas, D, when we did the game.
Yeah.
All those knockouts that the Lakers had with McGee and Howard and Davis, they really gave the Clippers problems when they attacked the basket. But I will say where the Lakers struggle with the Clippers, to me, is the fourth quarter. And that's where I worry about the Lakers. It's going to be their fourth quarter execution against the Clippers, because they're capable of defending them. But just the decision making in the fourth quarter is where I question the Lakers, and they got to get better at that as well if they're going to beat the Clippers, because they clearly have the size advantage over them. It's just a matter of, again, it's going to come down to IQ and execution in the fourth quarter. Right. And the Lakers got away from that. And LeBron, by no means necessary. I know playoff Bron is in beast mode, but I cannot see anything like Patrick Beverly locking you up at the three-point line. That just cannot happen. Even if it is at Christmas.
No, you can't. You cannot let that kind of stuff happen. But as far as the Clippers and those lengthy teams, it's the truth, bro. Because look, we seen it, like you said, we seen it on Christmas against the Lakers. But again, they lost twice to Utah. Utah's pretty lengthy. They lost to the Bucks. The Bucks are definitely lengthy. You know what I mean? It appears that these guys, they can get down there in the hole and get those arms in front of them. Everybody but Kawhi Leonard have a problem with that scoring. Because Kawhi gonna score on you no matter what. He got gorilla arms. He can scratch his ankle standing up, Kawhi. You know what I mean?
Yep. All right. So Jay says the Rockets can play at one speed. They can't rush players and play at their preferred speed too. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, because what I'm noticing also is I just feel like, again, Austin Rivers said it at the end of last year when they lost in 6 to the Warriors. He says that they can play the way they play. We just have to mix up our style. And that's the sound of somebody who believes in the way that they can play. But again, you got to got to mix things up in terms of the way you play. You got to give the element of surprise. And I said with this Houston Rockets team, they got enough talent to win, to be able to go deep. The problem is I don't trust their two superstars because of their lack of IQ. And I just feel like when it comes down to the fourth quarter, it's again going to come down to execution. And what Westbrook has shown in the past is he'll settle for too many outside shots. He'll make poor decisions with the basketball late in the game, and it ends up costing your team a basketball game. And then James Harden, he wears down because he tends to go super hard in the regular season. And then remember, James Harden's game is predicated on the whistle. If he doesn't start to get the whistle, you know what he's going to do. He's going to attack to the paint less, and he's going to settle for that three. And I said it before, and I'll say it again. The James Harden that I saw against the Philadelphia 76ers is the James Harden I would love to see come playoff time.
Mm-hmm.
He will be more efficient. And again, the more aggressive he is, trust me, he will get the whistle, even though he can tend to be a whiner, because this dude leads the league in free throw attempts. He's averaging nearly 12 a game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Freddie Gee says Bojan Bogdanovic, not Boban, has been balling too, fam. It's crazy because every other week it seems like he drops 30 on somebody. You know, it's funny because remember in the beginning of the season when we were doing these previews, Freddie Gee was kind of like, the Jazz? Like, seriously? Like, who they really got on their team? Like, ain't nothing special.
Mm-hmm.
But now that they're winning, you're starting to see it. Joe Ingles had 27 points tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he may not be a big-time player, but he had 27 points tonight. And and the addition of Boban, I told you, you give another score, a guy who gives you 20 points, who has the ability to knock down threes, and he's playing better. It's like almost every other night he's giving you 30 points. He has that kind of capability. He was doing this with the Pacers the last couple of seasons.
But you know what, bro? Both Bogdanoviches are nice. Bohan and Bojan.
Boban from Sacramento, yeah.
Both of them are nice, bro. Like, both of them are nice, bro.
I would say Bojan is a little bit more consistent than Boban, but they are nice though.
Yeah.
Because like I said, Bojan can give you these kind of scoring streaks that Boban doesn't. Those come like every once in a while.
No, I'm not talking about the big man. I'm talking about Bohan. It's another. I'm not talking about the big man Bogdanovic.
No. I'm talking about the guy Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, his is Bogdan. Sorry, I'm calling him Boban. It's Bogdan. Bogdan is with a G, and this is Bojan with a J.
Right. When you said Boban, I thought you was talking about the big man. See, they all different, and they all the same.
They all start with Bo and they end with on. That's all I know.
Right.
I said it's just the middle. The middle letters always change.
Yeah.
They're all consonants though. But no, Freddie Gee's absolutely right though. And like I said, the Jazz. This is another team I wouldn't want to face in the postseason. That's another team.
Yeah.
Especially because now they have a little bit of more offensive punch. You add in Jordan Clarkson off the bench, and the Jazz can score now, which is not good for the rest of the Western Conference. You're gonna have to be careful. Which is why it's like if you're the Nuggets and the Clippers, you might want to start to pick your game up because I tell you some of these teams that get healthy, it's gonna be a problem. Lakeland says the Clippers are split, guys. They have more internal problems than anyone is thankfully talking about.
Yep. That's a fact. It has to be. It has to be internal problem because it's no way to explain what's going on the court.
That's very possible. She also says the Clippers keep battling each other while the Lakers keep on loading that clip.
Oh. Hey, man. Hey, look. Something got to shake because just like I said, Utah beat them twice. You know what I mean? Lakers mashed the shit out of Utah by like 30 points, I think. So, I mean, look, man. She making points because, like, everybody picked the Clippers. I don't know anybody that didn't pick the Clippers to be the team to beat. And we halfway through the season, so how long is it before people are going to start to say, well, maybe not. Maybe it's the Lakers, or maybe it's the Bucks, or maybe it's Denver. You understand what I'm saying? Because we can't just hold on to this Kawhi Leonard, Paul George thing if it's not producing. If it's not producing on the floor. And then say, oh, in postseason, they're going to become a miraculous team that nobody's seen coming. I doubt it, bro. I doubt it. They don't get that chemistry together within like 50, 55 games. They might be in trouble going into the postseason.
It's true. Well, that's why I mentioned that. I think that I said that it's crucial for them to not only get the pieces that they're lacking in terms of their, but I said most importantly, chemistry has to be good by postseason, and most importantly, health too. And I told you, Paul George has known to put disappearing acts in the playoffs. So is he going to be able to be dependable by the time the postseason starts? So we don't know. We really don't know. So shout out to G Money. He says John Morant is undoubtedly the rookie of the year. On Zion's health, John Morant could be the rookie of the year. And so far, we've been right on the money with that one. Facts only.
I don't even
Jay says John.
Lewis, I thought you broke up, but I don't even think Lewis trying to get back in, guys. I don't even think Zion Williamson has time to come back and steal that award from John Morant. Like, he's been out too long, putting in a lot of work, so I can't even really see him coming back and taking that. Jay said John Morant nightmares may be coming. We will see. It might be, man. That kid is looking nice, Jay. I got to tell you, I ain't going to lie. That kid is looking nice. That you later said Lakers winning the chip is good for the league. If it took LeBron 17 years to win 3 chips, needing receiving continuous help, the league must see Devin Haney as a necessity right now. Oh, I said Devin Haney thinking about it, but Devin Booker, she meant as in, that could be Layla. I don't know, but you funny, man. 17 years to win 3 chips and gonna call himself the GOAT. Man, somebody needs to smack that dude. What name we keep saying wrong, Layla? What name are you talking about? Gideon said, unlike the Splash Brothers, that's Warriors. Oh, he switched off of that. I agree with you, dude. Oh, there you go. Unlike the Splash Brothers, that's Warriors, like the Hawks, Bulls, etc., have some nice young talent. Golden State Warriors has D'Lo, Green, and Draymond has been Beetlejuice this year. Yeah, Draymond been kind of, on the low. He not earning that what was it, $160 million they gave him? He not earning that money. No, I think they're a little disappointed with that investment. Anthony L says the Clippers and Milwaukee are the only teams that I trust to beat the Lakers because they have a good balance of veterans and superstars, which every team don't have. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know because I've seen a lot of these younger teams that are quick and push the ball give the Lakers problems. I've actually seen the Lakers have issues with different teams, but they come back and they win the game. So I don't think that there's just like one particular. I don't think you really need these savvy veterans, or I don't think that's what it's going to take to beat the Lakers. Lakers are one of the top teams in the league for a reason. they're going to be hard to beat. You know, I wouldn't have any more faith in either of those teams beating them than the Nuggets on any given night. Now, we talk about getting to the playoffs and going 7 games. Man, you know, of course you want veterans because they know what it takes to get through game 5, to get through game 6, you know, to win game 7. So, yeah, of course you're going to want them there. But I think it's quite a few teams, honestly, bro. Anthony, they could beat the Lakers, and I even mean like beat them in 7, specifically in 7, because if you think about like just beating them one game here and there, well, the Lakers they're doing that, but when you look at teams on the West Coast, I think there's teams that have a chance of beating them in 7. Hell, Utah Jazz with that win tonight just took 2nd place. And I think Lakers got beat by the Jazz this season. You know, Luka Doncic and them guys could potentially take the Lakers in 7. I think the Nuggets could potentially take the Lakers in 7. You know, the Clippers, please, bro. The Clippers are not. I mean, what they all are. Clippers are just like everyone else. I mean, they're not doing any better than the Nuggets or the Jazz or the Rockets or the Mavericks. It's like just like everybody else. I look at this thing as a toss-up. When this season started, Lewis and I talked, we said the Bucks are like number 1, and I think we had the Sixers probably coming in at number 2, and a lot of that's changed. But we said the Clippers was number 1, and there was kind of a toss-up between number 2. And the Lakers and the Nuggets, and I think it was the Lakers, the Nuggets, the Rockets, and the Trailblazers was in that mix of who could come up to be number 2. But now, since the Lakers sitting on top of the mountain, you would expect it would be that Clippers team that's number 2, but it's not like that. And right now, Clippers sitting on the outside of that top 4 team in the playoff bracket. I mean, stay there once we get closer to the playoffs, but at this very point, they're sitting at number 5. That's no good. Not for a team you expected to win the whole thing. So Anthony L said, I'm not going to judge the Clippers' struggles until after the trade deadline. I still think Jerry West has something up his sleeve. Jerry West is a brilliant man, so there's no doubt in my mind he could have something up his sleeve, Anthony L. Jerry West is a smart guy, that's for sure. Did you guys see the interviews that PBV and Montrez gave? To my ass for real. So sad. Montrez said, you guys think we're a team? We're not a team. Oh, yeah. I did see that. You talking about Montrez Harrell? Yeah, bro. He was saying some shaky shit, but he might have been saying that to get those guys in order, Layla. You know, put some fire under their ass. Get them right. Because they struggling. I mean, you got to give it to them. They're struggling. They should look much better. They should be right up there with the Lakers and the Bucks, if not over them. That's how they should be.
D, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. There's some issue with my mic. I was breaking up. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, you was going all the way out.
I didn't see that interview. I'm going to have to check that out.
Oh, yeah.
Anthony L says, despite the Clippers' struggles, they're still not far away from catching that second. So I was saying they're still not far. If you look at the seeding from like 2 to 5 from that one spot as well. I even said from the one spot. The Jazz are 4.5 from the 1 seed. So just to show you, that's why I said you really got to be P's and Q's in this Western Conference.
Yeah.
You still could lose that spot. Little 2 or 3 game losing streak, and you could lose yourself 3 or 4 spots. You know?
Yeah,
that's how the West is.
2 to 7 is only a 2-game split. Oh, it's a 3-game split on the West Coast, and it's no more than a 2-game split on the East Coast, from 2 to 7 2 to 6. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they all no more than 2 or 3 games away from each other. So with 40 games left in the season, that's nothing, man. You can recoup that loss quick. I mean, shit. 5, 6, 7 losses at this point when you're halfway through the season, all of that can change coming up on the playoffs. But when you're talking just 2 or 3 losses, any of these teams right now from 2 can swap spots and over like the next 15 games, swap all around.
Mm-hmm. G-Money says, do you think the team will go 74-8 in the regular season and break the Warriors 73-9 record?
Eventually.
I think it will happen. In Golden State barely had the record.
Nah, it'll happen.
There were times where they should have lost.
It'll happen, Giddy.
And ended up winning by the skin of their teeth. But I don't think it's going to happen for a long time.
Nah. I think the next time it happens,
I don't think it's going to happen for a good while. The thing is that yeah, to me, it's going to be a long time before that happens because of, again, I just think with the whole load management thing now and players resting, with the way the thing is, I don't think big teams are going to go all out like that in the regular season.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I think when it
and
does
happen, and you got to worry about injuries.
I think whenever it does happen, the team probably going to have like 77, 78 wins probably. It's going to be a record to stay up there for a minute.
And G Money, to be honest with you, I honestly believe it's gonna have to take. It's gonna have to take a super team to honestly. Well, Golden State wasn't a super team. They just had a really good system. They had a superstar and an all-star in Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. And like I said, they were doing things that nobody in the league was really doing that season. And so they were able to take advantage of their style of play. And that's why they won as many games as they did. Steph Curry gets that unanimous MVP season. And that's why they look so dominant. And in game 1, they started to look dominant. But I said the injury to Steph Curry really changed everything in how the way the playoffs went for them. Because I said before, they should, as dominant as they look, they should have lost it all. They were the first, the team that they beat in the regular season in 2016 when Curry had that crazy game on that Saturday night on ABC. The Thunder took a 3-1 lead on them, and they gave them their first losing streak of the season before the Cavs ended their season in the finals for the last 3 games. So the Thunder gave them their first losing streak, which was 2, and then the Cavs gave them their the 3-game losing streak, in the finals. So they should have lost it earlier. So that's why I said that they're not this. They just look great by record, but they're not this juggernaut dominant team. What made them a dominant juggernaut team was the addition of KD. That's what made them a dominant team. But they weren't that. They just looked like a juggernaut by record, but it really wasn't that serious when they came to the playoffs. Especially because OKC gave them a matchup problem because of their ability to rebound and their length. Their length gave them problems. Gave them a lot of problems.
Yeah. Because
the Warriors are a perimeter shooting team, and their weakness is the interior. It always has been. Always has been the interior. Freddie D says, I think nobody will take the Clippers serious if they keep losing to random teams, but you can get up for the Lakers. That just shows laziness. I agree and I disagree at the same time with that. I agree and disagree. because there have been top teams that some of these teams have played down to the level of their competition, even though they know that they're obviously better than them. Which just goes to show you that anybody could be beat on a given night. You could even play your hardest and still, find a way to lose these games. It's a give or take, honestly.
Yeah, Jordan and them lost game. Michael Jordan and them dropped games. So.
Let's see. Yeah. Yep. I mean, he played hard, but there were games that the Bulls would not play their best. I mean, they've gotten their share of blown out, not play well. It's happened.
Yeah.
Every single team. Freddie G says the Clippers got blowed out by the Grizzlies. Like, really? We can't say that right now. They're playing very well. And you just saw them they beat them without Russell Westbrook, but they beat a very good Rockets team. The Grizzlies have been playing well as of late. They're currently the 8th seed, so we can't just say that. At the time, yeah, and I know that's your love for the Lakers and the hate for the Clippers, and I understand it, but at the same time, it's like they're playing well now, so they're in the playoff race. Layla says, Freddie G says, see, this is why I didn't want to say it with you in the chat. I know you were going to blast my Kawhi and the Clips. They're still more dogs than your bull LeBron.
Uh-oh. There we go. Get on, sis. Get on, sis.
Fighting words in this chat.
Freddie, you ain't going to let him talk about the Lakers like that, are you?
It's because of Kawhi. It's because of Kawhi Leonard and low management. That's why.
I'm instigating.
I'm not saying this for Freddie G, but I'm speaking more so for the fanboys. If he was a Laker, I'm not saying Freddie G, but other dudes would not have a problem with Kawhi low managing. They wouldn't, because the excuse would have been, well, Kawhi's got to do it because he has a knee issue. And players on the team would have supported Kawhi. And in particular, LeBron would have said, he has to do what he's got to do to get his body right.
Right.
He would have heard these excuses. And that's why I always continue to say to keep that same energy, because that energy's never kept the same, no matter what.
Well, I'll say it like this. I don't have a problem with Kawhi. I don't like the load management and the minute restriction jazz, but I don't have a problem with him doing that for health reasons. I'm just saying if that's what he's going to do, people got to stop calling him the best. Because if you're taking all of this time off, you're not the best, bro. You're not on the floor. Giannis Antetokounmpo, James Harden, guys like that, they're going to have to be in the running for that, bro. Luka Doncic, because Luka's on that floor if he's not hurt. Those guys are going to have to be in the running for that title. Kawhi Leonard doesn't get it. He doesn't get it because he don't deserve it, bro. Availability plus durability equals eligibility. You got to be there.
No, I definitely agree with that. You definitely got to be there. All right, G Money says, Braun fans and morons would think that the 73-9 Warriors were a super team. They had one superstar in a really good system. I have continuously said that for the constant, and there's a lot of brain-dead people out there. The Warriors are a great team, but what made them all-time great was when Kevin Durant joined that team. I've said that constantly, but that's just kind of beating it with a dead horse. That's beating the dead horse when we talk about that. But I've already said it before. Maybe if AD goes as history has shown, holy crap, yeah, I said it, I'm terrible. Oh, so Layla's predicting that AD possibly might not be a Laker next year. Well, we'll have to see, man. AD has put the expectations, Rob Pelinka has put the expectations for a championship this season. AD says he envisions himself at the parade winning a championship. So we'll see.
I tell you like this, man. If AD win that cup, they going to run it back. You can guarantee that. If he win that cup, he going to stay there to run it back.
Of course. I know AD's trying to get max money, so he's trying to push to get 5 years with the Lakers. So I know that's one of the reasons why he opted out. But he's looking to see. If he feels that this team is not worthy of winning a championship and they lose, because this is why that the expectations are high for this LA team, because, and I was saying this with the Kuzma and Devin Booker trade, it makes no sense if you acquire LeBron and AD but then you try to trade those guys because it's going to look bad on the Lakers, because then you have to ask yourself, what was the point of bringing Anthony Davis and LeBron if you were going to trade those guys because things didn't work out? See, the better thing would have been, if that was going to be the case, you should have never acquired those players. Okay. All right, so we keep going. All right. G Money says Warriors were amazing that year, but they should have lost to the Grizz, OKC, C's, Clips, and etc. in the regular season that year, in my opinion. They should have lost to Brooklyn. I remember that close game in in Golden State, where Brooklyn should have beat them in that game, and they got lucky that the shot wasn't made at the buzzer, so they went to overtime and the Warriors took advantage. But sometimes you always have to say it, man. This basketball, sometimes you have a little bit of luck when things go your way. It happens. As good as you are, you don't depend on it, but it just happens. All right, Layla said that was an in-house super team that went ahead of the three-point era. Nobody had ever had 2 3-point shooting specialists on one team before them. There was only 1 3-point shooter per team used as a specialist. Layla once again speaking facts.
Facts, sis.
Speaking facts. Especially, nobody understands that Steph Curry and Klay Thompson, not only can they shoot a high volume of threes and make them at a high efficient percentage, but those guys can get hot. And I think why people always go off on like Klay Thompson as being the super team is because of how he has scored 37 points in the quarter. He can get super hot, but it's the same people that tend to say he's overrated too. He's really not that good of a defender. But they'll glorify him when it comes to fit a narrative and saying, look, they had Klay Thompson. I'm like, wait a minute, you just said he doesn't really play good defense, but I mean, he's made an all-star team, but it's like they're the greatest team of all time and this and this. It's like, right. You guys have got to make up your mind, man. You can't have it both ways. Right.
And I thought,
but yeah, I agree.
I always thought that Klay Thompson was a very excellent two-way player. I've always said that, he was a great two-way player because he had a lot to do with that Warriors defense. I mean, everybody used to pay attention to Draymond, and don't get me wrong, Draymond used to do his thing, but Klay Thompson was always right there in the mix, defending super well. And so he was always a dangerous player to me.
Yep. All right. Layla says, exactly.
Yeah.
Jay says in the regular season, I would rather lose a blowout game than a close game. A blowout game means nothing worked. Close games give you sleepless nights.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I look at it this way. When you get blown out by a bad team, you're right. Nothing works. But it looks really bad when you be losing to these to teams that should not have no business beating you. So those can stand. But I think you're right. The sleepless ones are those close games those are those nail biters that just end up breaking your heart. And it's like you can never get over. Whether you blow a huge lead or you miss a shot down 1, you had a chance to tie, you had a chance to win the game, and you don't get a chance to do it. Those really hurt.
Hey, Lewis. Hey,
yeah.
Let me close out this over here on this side right quick. Hey, everybody, I want to thank y'all for coming out to Basketball Live with Lewis and D. Y'all know how I always in this thing. For the love of sports, let's talk about it. Peace.